Hello, my internet fans. It's me, Statboy Mike, and I would like to welcome you to this week's installment of Throwback Thursday. The Casa D18 Studios Channel continues to sort through the archives of the Jeff Meacham Network, the Simple Man brand, JH95 FTW, NoDQ.com, and the Casa Channel in order to bring you classic content that you may not have seen in a long time, if ever. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's Throwback Thursdays offering. I love you all. Statboy out.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
It's out of my hands, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my soul.
Scan the QR codes to see what's upcoming for FTW Productions and what's available on demand right now. Owen the Talkinator Studios series premiere of Owen and AJ Talks. Welcome to the FTW family, Zero Miller. Shared experiences re-airing on the new FTW main hub. All retro wrestling review series videos on demand and upcoming. The Wrestling Rundown makes its return, available now on demand. Fantasy Booking Series video, If Goldberg Stayed in WWE in 2004. Pride CAW Supercard by Zero Entertainment. All of A Simple Man's Brand's Simply Predicting panels. Both episodes of The Don DeMarco Show. AEW Spark, WWE Aftershock, every show week by week. Indy Force Episode 26, available now on demand. Jeff Meacham Network, all watch-along events. AEW Double or Nothing Dynamite Go Home Show Watch Party, available now on demand. A Simple Take, WWE Simple Takes featuring Casa D18 Studios. Super Mario Bros. Z voice acting, Episode 3 coming soon. Breaking news, ATW View Impromptu, WYW Intro and Immortal Stream. Wrestling with Idiocy Episode 8, Fast Food and Restaurants discussion. Plugs have concluded. On to the video.
Casa D18 Studios, an affiliate of the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media, proudly presents this retro content from A Simple Man's Brand.
Hey, hello everybody, and happy day, morning, night, evening, wherever you may watch this. You know me, and for those that don't know, I'm just a simple man. My name is Noah Foster, and I'm happy to, of course, represent all things wrestling and my ATW crew. I just want to bring you into 2022 to our forum called the ATW View. We went a little longer than expected, so this will be uploaded in parts over the next couple of days with a different type of feel each segment too. In this opening segment, we'll be talking a lot of stuff, mostly about WWE, NXT, and of course the lawsuit with MLW, and some other fun topics too. So with that being said, enjoy the first part of the first multi-series, ATW View 2022. Look forward to hearing your thoughts and comments, and as always, just enjoy life and enjoy professional wrestling. Take care. Professional wrestling. What the hell is up with you? From day one, the Wrestle Kingdom to GCW to Impact Wrestling, going for the 22 to a new era in AEW. This
Mustafa Ali's trying to get out.
What?
Mustafa Ali requests his release.
Long overdue. And what a great way to go into this show, too. Welcome once again, everybody, to the ATW View. Happy 2022 to all of you. You know what this is about. It's the forum where we talk all things wrestling. And, of course, I'm here with the ATW crew. Gentlemen, 17 days into 2022, the professional wrestling industry has literally taken a tailspin, once again, in more ways than one, too. But how are all of you? And great opening, Eric. King, I'll start with you. How's the year been so far for you?
It's been a wild 2022 to say the least, as far as the wrestling world and the professional sports world. But let's keep, if y'all want to keep this chaos going, let's keep it going. I mean, we'll probably talk about the Cody news, but I'll get into that as soon as we go deeper into this, you know.
That is a bit interesting, that whole Cody thing.
Yeah. And that's just one of the more recent things, along with Mustafa Ali. I mean, heck, it's been a newsworthy year since day one, to say the least. Unfortunately, not good news for everybody. And I'm sure we'll learn more about the of all things news. Eric, good to see you again. I'm sure you got a ton to share, thoughts, and talk about in ways that you are going to usher in chaos and probably hurt James' brain. But before all that, how are you, sir?
Good.
All right.
MLW suing WWE finally.
There you go.
We're gonna, I got a lot to say about that. Don't worry.
Well, again,
Also-
from the guy that shares all the news to he's different, but he is not afraid to express himself on video or off screen too. James, it's good to see you once again, sir. How are you?
Man, it's crazy. Right now I'm great. This is my second show of 3 today.
Well, there you go.
Hey.
So,
Well, I mean, he's got a
I'm
point
just
because
going
King,
crazy,
Eric, if scheduling works out, me and James will be making our official Jeff Meacham Network debut on a brand new platform called Open Mic Night.
Open Mic
Who
Night, yeah.
knows
Which I will
what
check
Jeff
out
is
after
going to
this.
do with that? So
Which I will check that after we do this. I will check that out.
I appreciate
it's
it.
gonna be at. I will just say you're gonna have to. It's 11:45.
Yeah, so have your drinks on standby because it's going to be
Always.
unrestricted.
Get that coffee, and get that caffeine in your system.
Well, all I know is I'm still going to remain straight edge, but I feel like dealing with you, James, and Jeff at the same time, you might push me to drink before I turn 30 next month.
Yeah, probably. Honestly.
That being said, all right, enough dilly-dallying, enough random banter. We already have a few stories to talk about. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Let's start simple.
Before we get to that, shout out to Casey because obviously we wish him well.
Yeah, because again, he's gone through a lot. God bless, I say, the preacher man, good-hearted soul, the ultimate Dakota Kai fan. And man, Mr. Charm, Mr. Humor, we love you, brother. We hope to see you back on this platform very soon. Maybe when we talk Revolution, which will most likely be our next big ATW View, unless scheduling works out better this year. We'll have to wait and see. And also shout out to the entire ATW crew, from the Mean King to the Partier to the wrestlers, and of course Kid Bandit, and of course future NXT UK superstar Megan Shiva, the Queen, Indy Darling, Cindy G. The list goes on and on. Again, you can follow the entire ATW crew in the link down below in the description too. We'll have all the Twitter handles, and there'll also be Eric's link tree as well. So with that being said,
and by the way, let me tell you something.
Oh.
Eric, let me tell you something. As Casey would say, Casey will pull through. Okay.
Well, all I gotta say that is, all right. Unquote.
All right.
All right.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. All right. The Cook Kai will beat Mandy Rose for the NXT UK Women's Championship. And when she does, she's going to go on to the Royal Rumble and win it and put that title on the line in the main event. That was for you, brother.
Scarily accurate. That's scarily accurate.
That was scary, bro. Okay.
I don't do voice acting. I know James wants me to voice act, but I don't have time to do it. I'm just happy to bring the entertainment.
No, you got some different voices you can do. I've heard them.
I mean, what are you talking about? I'm just a simple man after all. That being said, let's go ahead and talk all things wrestling. Day one, Brock Lesnar, out of nowhere. Big E was unaware of it. Big E got Kofi'd in more than 8 seconds. And now we have no effing idea which way they're going to take Brock and Roman. Various stories, various ideas been posed. So I'm going to pose this to you guys, fantasy booking. How should the saga of the Tribal Chief and the Beast come to an end? James, I will start with you on this. Your thoughts.
I can tell you how it's going, and it's really gonna be sad because it's gonna be the end of an era for one title.
You are not saying you are not thinking of unification.
Universal's replacing the world title, and when they unify it, yes, that's how this is ending. It is so clear that this is the direction that they're going. Now, I will say, I have to say that Lesnar, I don't know what the fuck he's taken, but like Lesnar has been the most entertaining I've ever seen him. Just in short clips
in this run.
Yeah, I know what he's been taking. I know what he's been taking.
What has he been taking?
Besides money.
He's been in quarantine for the past 2 years and finally snapped.
Oh yeah, like he just went cabin fever crazy because he lives out in the woods in a cabin with stable. And apparently it's like I had to get out from the snow and all that type of stuff. I'm still not a people person, but I can actually be a very entertaining person. And you know what? Shoot, I'll admit it. Brock Lesnar is freaking entertaining. I cannot believe what we're seeing from this guy.
Entertaining. Brock has been entertaining with the boombox bullshit. Like that was hilarious. He's jamming to his music like the buddy of the big.
Yeah, too bad that only happened because of deceptions towards Mustafa Ali.
Yeah. That's absolutely true.
Well, let's go ahead and see if we can change tangents. Because King, as New Japan Pro Wrestling fans, we've already seen a unification storyline done in its own way through another two-stage showcase, of course being the main 2 nights of Wrestle Kingdom 16. And this unification saga went on for about 8 months. WWE's trying to do it now in the span of 4 months. So give me your thoughts towards, do you think the unification way is the way to go with the fact there being a stupendous 2-night WrestleMania? Or do you think they should do something different? And if you have anything to say about the fact we finally have a true IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, feel free to segue into that too. Your thoughts?
Let's see here. I think our like creative minds, that's how they should go, as having a unification match. But if we know how WWE is going to operate, that's not going to happen, because basically we got Brock versus Bobby, and if we talk about 7:06 Central Standard Time, 8:06 Eastern Standard Time, Raw is doing Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley on Raw, which I don't know how you would make both of them lose, because they both got upcoming Royal Rumble matches to look forward to, respective championship matches at that. But WWE's mind, they're going to do a unification match. I really do think either Brock or Roman's going to have to drop one of their titles, but they're going to still challenge for a championship regardless, because they are doing a match at WrestleMania. It's been talked about, it's been speculated about, and it's probably, as far as I know, probably written down in pencil before it's in permanent ink, basically.
Yeah, I mean, basically, they got no other 2 people to main event WrestleMania with at this point, title or non-title. If Roman and or Brock are not somehow colliding in a one-on-one match, you basically got no WrestleMania at this point, unless, Eric, you're Mr. Reality. You know how to twist and turn things crazier than Doctor Strange in this weird wrestling universe that you pretty much compare to the Marvel universe. So this is on you, man. Structure the WWE. What should they do with Brock and Roman and now Seth and Bobby too?
I don't know what they could do to make this work, but I have a feeling where they're going to go with, and it's not James's prediction.
Do tell.
Okay.
Rumor has it that WWE's thinking this. Okay, so we have Roman being the longest reigning Universal Champion. Brock Lesnar's our current WWE Champion. Okay, I got an idea. Let's just switch the titles on different brands. Brock takes the WWE title to SmackDown, and Seth takes the title off Roman to Raw, because we're idiots like that.
Okay.
Yep, that's why I see where we're going. Yeah.
But counterpoint.
Really?
But before you go, Miss James, why didn't they do this with Charlotte and Becky to the point that actually would have been more of a respectful way to change the titles across those 2 brands?
Okay, I can explain that. I can honestly explain that. It's because they're not Roman.
Yeah.
There you go.
True.
Okay, fair enough.
Here's the thing, though. They actually have a decent, or they're doing the matches between Rollins and Roman at the Royal Rumble. They're also doing Bobby and Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, correct?
Yeah. Right.
Why aren't these the main events? If you're
I have a better question.
Different opponents.
I have a better question. Why is it that WWE starts giving people what they want for the last several years if Roman gets seriously sick?
It's like the last resort.
We only gained these matches because Roman got COVID.
Exactly. These are the matches that fans have been clamoring for years.
Amen. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, top guy's sick. Okay, we're now going to actually get the fans what they want, just so they actually have a reason to still feel like We care about you, and you're still in charge, and you're the authority. This is what you want.
I can't wait to eviscerate that. You want to go on to the fucking MLW thing that Eric brought up earlier?
Well, before we do, I'll just say this. Brock versus Roman is an obvious thing, I feel like, no matter what. No matter how we try and restructure this, that's got to be happening at WrestleMania. Unless both get COVID and WrestleMania is fucked.
Dude, how are you going to give the Royal Rumble main events? Like, the Royal Rumble main events are far more intriguing. That should have been the WrestleMania main events.
To be honest, this might be one of the better Royal Rumble pay-per-views to look forward to in a long damn time. And they actually might be more important than the Royal Rumble matches themselves.
And I was about to say that because the Royal Rumble field for both men and women is just absolutely awful.
Well, first off, no surprises. They've named everything. And secondly, I can't pick up a clear, worthwhile winner for either Rumble match.
Oh, in order to segue to what James wants to talk about, let me just bring this up. The only reason I have belief they're doing the Mickey James Forbidden Door stuff to get in on.
Yeah, okay.
Let me just say this.
Yep.
You want to know what I heard? Why WWE might be doing this?
Yep, go ahead.
You tell.
I've heard a few things, but go for it.
Apparently, WWE, even after they got rid of Triple H, was like, well, we don't want to feature too many NXT superstars, so you're still second-class citizens to us.
So we need more bodies, but we can't do NXT. Not even my NXT, where I got people like Tiffany Stratton, Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile's got potential, I will say that, and Wendy in a onesie. But no. I can't use my NXT because I don't want NXT involved in here.
So no Io Shirai, no Raquel Gonzalez, no Dakota Kai,
probably not.
3 of your best women on the show.
And Dakota Kai has been involved in dark matches before Raw and SmackDown. Same for the men. We've had Tommaso Ciampa and Pete Dunne involved on dark matches for SmackDown, and it's like, whatever.
Oh, that's the problem, not the fact that Pete Dunne was in a fucking crowbar on a pole match.
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. If you want to put forward a match, bro, you gotta put an object on a pull, bro. Because an object on a pull is a selling point for a match, bro, and people will buy into that shit, bro. I know this because I did it back in WCW, bro. Now this Russo booking all over again.
It
Would
really
this be
is.
a bad time to mention that the person in charge of of NXT's current writing is a guy named Russo?
I know, and that's why I'm like, he must have booked this, right? Because we know Bruce Pritchard now is leading this NXT.
I love you.
Also, I gotta ask.
I fucking hate you. Get off my fucking wrestling shows, you prick.
Okay, I got a question. Why is Vince adding more responsibility on Bruce Pritchard if he's dealing with health issues?
Because he wants to make sure he has
Vince
a fall guy.
Is a bastard.
Well, that too, but also Vince wants to make sure he has a fall guy to blame when NXT 2.0 inevitably fails.
Again,
exactly,
Vince
because
is a heartless bastard.
And he's erasing Triple H's legacy. Speaking of Triple H's legacy,
who also had a cardiac event, by the way.
Yeah, let's talk about that, shall we?
R.I.P. to my NXT, but King, you may speak.
Really? Regal. The guy who was basically underrated for the past 20 years, a great technician in the ring, and also could have been a future World Heavyweight Championship if he wouldn't have gotten into wellness violation.
And a man's man.
Yes.
And a very good trainer and a very good GM down there in NXT. But yet you want to fire it? You want to release the guy because it's just Triple H guy? Really now? And I've had people saying, "Oh, well, Shawn Michaels runs NXT." No, he doesn't.
Shit.
No, he doesn't.
I am waiting for the day Shawn and Hunter leave because they're fed up with this horse shit, and Stephanie being like, "I don't fucking blame him." I swear,
James sounds like JDMY from New York when he rants like that. Anyway, continue, King.
Because that's because of the fact that, and plus, surprised about Joe. Are we surprised about Joe about this rate anymore?
No, Joe, I'm not surprised by. Road Dogg and fucking Regal though, I'm shocked by.
That took me away.
Actually, here's the thing. I'm not shocked Regal was fired. I was a little surprised Road Dogg was fired because of his nonsense conspiracy insanity.
Oh, you
including
didn't
Jack
know?
Foley.
Oh, you didn't
No, I
know?
agree. Not to
Well,
mention,
Billy-
like, he's written for Vince before. So
He's
it's
been
like,
a writer. He's been a producer.
He destroyed Ryan Ward's SmackDown in a matter of months.
And that was one of the best SmackDowns
listen,
coming up. Go ahead, King.
It's everyone thinking that Ryan Ward SmackDown. Oh, they got shafted because of the draft. Raw got the better picks in
and they
2016.
absolutely did, but man, did they make the
Man,
most of what
that's
they
They
had.
made the most of that roster versus Raw.
Style,
They got James
Styles.
fucking Ellsworth over.
Styles, Ambrose, Cena, Orton, Corbin, Bliss. Who else?
That was the
Becky
best
Lynch.
Corbin.
Lynch, Dolph Ziggler, Naomi,
Bray
Yeah,
Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
Miz. The Miz.
Yeah, I gotta admit, The
The
Miz.
Miz.
It was
The
a
Miz.
championship run.
Yep, at No Mercy. At No Mercy between
That
Miz
match.
and Ziggler. What was,
That
oh
freaking
my
match.
God.
I mean, Dolph
But-
Ziggler is a workhorse, but that
That was
match
some
right
of the
there is
best.
a stand on his career.
Honest to God, even Raw, even with its faults, and they had plenty of faults even back then. But Raw was even pretty good too back then. Like that was some of the best television WWE produced in years.
But
That
you
transplant
want
in 2016.
James, I got something that might make you infuriated about that No Mercy event.
Oh God.
Here we go.
Okay, so remember how everyone was still to this day confused? Wait, why is Dolph Ziggler and Miz on the middle of the card and not the main event at the World Titles, not the main event since they're trying to combat with the presidential debate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I
there was
remember
a report came out about that.
Okay.
Okay. They said there was reported that Vince McMahon made the call to make it the middle of the match because, they all know Dolph Ziggler's going to win. So it wouldn't be a good, neat reason to give it the main event, even though we've done predictability in the past. Plus, we feel Wyatt and Orton are bigger stars than the IC title.
And Dolph Ziggler doesn't deserve that moment.
But the IC title is the workhorse title, and it deserves to have its spotlight. But yet you don't want to put it as the main event. Okay.
I mean,
Well-
let's go further back from that. It never was meant to be just a workhorse title. Like,
True.
it was a world championship at one point. Like,
It was.
That's
It
another
was.
fucking problem. Like, the whole workhorse idea is a crock of shit. It's always was supposed to be a world title. There's a reason it's called the Intercontinental title. It's just another term for international, which, by the way, is another term for world.
World.
Well, Nakamura has it, but he's only had one defense with it. So what does that tell
And
you?
he's injured.
With a hand
let's
injury.
see. Yep, the last pay-per-view defense was WrestleMania. Exactly. But nobody knew Shinsuke was injured. Nobody knew until the report came out.
No.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, just like the guys at King of the Hill. Okay, so first off, going back to King's plan, again, this is what happens. We freaking segue off the rails to something else. That's all good. King, Braun Breaker. He finally beat Tommaso Ciampa at New Year's Eve and literally kicked the black and gold down.
Which management was upset about, by the way.
Gee, I wonder why. And then Ciampa, being the guy that he is, passed it off, respect, and even showed a bit of respect to his father, who was there, Rick Steiner. And literally, it's like, okay, Braun Breaker.
Off air.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're now the guy. You are the leader of the next generation. This is your NXT. I fear to God what happens to that title when it comes to its design and look. But
Yep, it's coming. It's coming.
let's talk about potential here, because that's what NXT 2.0 is trying to bring. Now, we hate the product. It looks like Nickelodeon, and it hurts my eyes. And it is literally a mini Raw with distraction finishes. But to be devil's advocate, there is actually a few people on there I believe do have potential to be big. Braun Breaker, I feel, is one of them. So I want to try and see if you guys, who I know I've kept up with it as well, scope the landscape. Is there anybody on NXT 2.0 you could see being a key player in the future of the WWE, man or woman?
Honestly, I don't
Braun
watch
Breaker-
NXT 2.0, so I haven't really kept track.
I'll tell you the two that anybody will ever give a shit about. Braun Breaker and whoever the fuck fought AJ Styles.
Grayson Waller?
Yeah.
I replace you with Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah. Actually, you're right. You're right. No, D'Angelo's actually pretty damn good on the mic, and he's actually very underrated in the ring.
All right.
Grayson Waller to me is basically what MJF is currently and what he's been doing since he first broke into the wrestling business.
You compare Grayson Waller to MJF, huh? That's saying something.
In WWE's mindset, that's how they look at it. Is basically their version of MJF.
I'm just gonna put it this way: like we can we can say all we want about breakout stars, and I think we've named about a couple probably.
Ivy Nile.
And the problem is you don't expect them to fucking go anywhere because the minute they show up on Raw or SmackDown, they're fucked. Look at what happens to Ciampa right now.
Or Cross.
Dyed his beard. I never thought I'd see the day.
How about that? We'd be reminiscent if we didn't talk about this. Tommaso Ciampa debuting on main event. That's how you
fighting T-Bar. He fought T-Bar.
T-Bar.
The guy who should be main eventing with Dominic Dijakovic.
Dijakovic, yep.
And all I gotta say is this: to those with aspirations of making it in the place you fought was the place you've always wanted to be in, I will not judge you. I will simply say good luck to you because I feel a few of you definitely have the potential to be key players. It comes down to if you can be a Vince or Pritchard guy. Good luck, man or woman, to you. And that includes Braun Breaker, Tony D'Angelo, Grayson Waller, Ivy Nile, and I'll even give some credit where credit's due to Toxic Attraction, especially Gigi Dorman, who has extremely impressed me since showing up. And Cora Jade, too, for that matter.
I wish that Toxic Attraction showed up in old NXT, and I'm talking like the peak of old NXT, where their women's division was fucking stacked. Like, then they would have stood out more because they didn't have those type of gimmicks at all. Like, Triple H did everything that he could to steer away from that. So if that kind of character showed up, they would have fucking made a massive impact.
Exactly.
The old NXT was the best NXT women's division that they've ever had in North America. Straight up.
And the problem is they were trying to do a tag division there, and they fucking waited 2 years.
They should have done an IC title like division for them.
Dude, that's how stacked this division.
Yeah,
and the sad part is, and here's the sad part, because they failed to do what they should have done. Everybody here that is now going to go to Impact or AEW now because they have tag team titles, a women's title there in Impact, or they have a singles title for their company.
Yep.
You have 4 potential titles for women in those companies alone. You might as well add a 5th one because let's change gears to another positive thing. Impact Wrestling ushering in the 20th year. I say it's been one hell of an incredible start as they're now being invaded by Ring of Honor Renegades, but also they now own the Women of Honor Championship. Deonna Purrazzo is once again a double champion after falling short to Ricky James in an incredible main event on Hard to Kill, rightfully deserved. So with that being said, let's talk about Impact 2022 so far. What's been everyone's thoughts on it? What do you hope to come? They're doing a hell of a job.
I said this before, and I'll say it again. Whereas AEW restarted the Forbidden Door stuff, like bringing back the old territory idea, Impact kind of got the most benefit out of it, being the epicenter of it all.
They're the mecca. They're the center point of this wrestling universe.
I will say because I think it's really just a thing where Mickey has to be there, and this is probably the only way they could do it. Where if she shows up at the Royal Rumble, has to come out to Hardcore Country, has to be acknowledged as TNA Knockouts World Champion. But the fact that Impact was able to have that much fucking leverage to pull that off is astounding to me. TNA didn't even have that much leverage back in 2010.
They did not.
The fact
and they had Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff.
Dude, the fact that they're doing that now, and it's crazy to me because it's like They have Ring of Honor showing up. They have they have Mercedes Martinez, who's now under AEW contract. And you also have the fact that they're getting WWE involved in this now because one of their girls is going into the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Like, Impact has benefited more than anybody out of this Forbidden Door.
You're forgetting the fact that this week's is the start of their new tapings, with Jay White's returning back to Impact.
Right, and New Japan. New Japan, too. Yeah.
And also G.O.D. is coming.
Who is definitely the next contenders for
look, we're getting G.O.D. versus Good Brothers. It was inevitable after they went face-to-face at Resurgence. They did not win the World Tag League. They were not even involved in Wrestle Kingdom. It is the inevitable. It has to happen.
And here's the insane thing. After the events that went down with Tony Khan, which we will not get into, we're done with that. We've moved on that. Yeah. After that, you were thinking, man, the momentum's on WWE's side a little bit. Here's MLW to trash it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go into that now. Eric, why don't you go ahead and lead this conversation, because MLW is trying to do something against WWE that others have tried for years.
So MLW, after what happened last year when they were so close to getting a Fox deal on one of their streaming platforms, and were screwed out of it because Vince threw a hissy fit, announced we're suing the WWE. And okay, there's something I gotta mention about that. So after it was announced that they're suing WWE, and they have a legal team that people said is an actual serious thing, because if they got this legal team, that means they might have a strong case against WWE.
Yes.
Well, the COO was like, okay, we're going to sue WWE. We got the perfect legal representation. Now let's see, what's my mandatory requirements? Okay, I need to pull a Bryan Danielson fetish moment. And you want to know what he did?
Oh, Lord.
What did he do?
He says, I have pig-sized testicles.
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Here's the thing, though. The evidence against the WWE in this fucking case is damning, because there's legitimate issue here. Like, they did cost him a streaming deal with FS1. They did use the fucking leverage they have on their fucking network, because Fox would have lost their streaming deal and lost out on a bunch of money, I guess.
Exactly.
So, that's the reason. That's the fucking reason.
Bigger wallet. Bigger freaking wallet.
Exactly.
It has been the most gross. It might, honestly, I am shocked that didn't earn most disgusting promotional tactic, even over Saudi. Honestly. Because Saudi, they're never going to budge from that, no matter what the fuck anybody says.
I will always announce it as country redacted. But continue.
Right. But, fucking, how did that not earn it? Because, it's so ridiculous to me that you have all this stuff going on, and then you can't even, you failed to do something that Fox has been asking you to do for months, which is produce good television. And so you fail to do that, and a wrestling company shows up and says, hey, we're not trying to intrude on SmackDown. We'll just be on FS1. If you'll have us, we'll be more than happy to, produce TV for you. And WWE does this fucking horseshit. Even for them. And that really shows how ruthless they are, which is why I'm saying, let's entertain the idea that this Mickie James thing is somehow something more in the fucking future. I was originally ecstatic for it, and I have long since changed my tune, especially after this MLW announcement and the NXT releases. I'm going to tell you exactly why they're fucking doing this, because this is how Vince operates. He is ruthless in the beginning, and then when he thinks he's got you right where he wants you, he'll swoop in right under your nose, and then he'll fucking take your talent, raid your talent, and then he's going to fucking profit off that, put your company out of business, and then buy you out. We've seen this happen with all of the territories. We see this happen with ECW. We've seen this recently happen with Evolve. So there's a fucking history of this happening. So, yeah, color me a little bit pessimistic about the possibility that WWE could join the Forbidden Door. I kind of don't want that. I really don't. Because that means that the show that I've invested my time into could potentially be fucked by the company with the most money because they don't want any competition that isn't their own.
Well, the funny thing about that, James, is also this is the company that is supposed to offer the biggest promise, and they're already looking at other talent outside that they want. Names include, but not limited to, Wardlow, and in particular, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. But she brought out a very nice statement that I think sums this up perfectly. And you can kind of add this along to what happened with Toni Storm and how she felt. She said, and I quote, according to ProWrestling.com, "They definitely expressed interest. Unfortunately, I've got to pick and choose how I say this. Now, again, this is a wrestler in the professional wrestling industry proceeding with caution based on how this could affect her purpose and her look in the future, according to the wrestling industry's higher-ups. I've got to pick and choose how I say this, but I just feel like you can't trust anything with that company, insert name here. Whereas at AEW, for example, and again, this is just her, she works for AEW. This is not just saying that AEW is the only illustration of this, because I'm sure we all can name a company or a wrestler that demonstrates this point too. Let me finish. I've never been promised anything that didn't follow through. So it's something that, unfortunately, it's sad that it comes down to that it makes a company not really desirable because you can't trust anything they say. And I know business is business, and I understand totally that's what it is. But as a wrestler, again, she's a wrestler. We're just fans of wrestlers. Business is business after all. So bottom line, yeah, WWE maybe can give you the most promise, but do they follow through? I think that sums it up right there, courtesy of one Dr. Britt Baker from AEW.
There have been so many bridges burnt from other people that have left the WWE that have said worse than what Britt Baker said. But what Britt Baker said sums up what everybody else has shot on the WWE for.
Simple as that.
I got also two things to add to this.
Please do.
At first, I was excited, but then I was like, wait, Nikki, aren't these the same people that have a built-in culture of sending trash bags to women, and you got that spoken about?
And Gail Kim and Maria Kanellis have also spoken about it publicly.
And just anybody that left there. It wasn't even just relegated to women. Carlito,
and Gail Kim came out and said, oh, I was told this was a common thing even before I first joined. So this is a built-in culture system they've made. But there is another thing I wanted to tell James and all of you guys. Another story came out right after MLW's lawsuit was announced. Remember the G1 Supercard and how that almost didn't happen?
They wanted to fucking. I'm well aware of this story.
Here's a twist. Do you know who made the call?
Yeah, Paul Levesque. I know.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Paul Levesque was forced to make that call, and you can't tell me otherwise. Period. This is not. Let's be honest. If Triple H were to fucking run WWE the way he wanted to run WWE, I trust him. I trust him 100% because he'd run WWE like NXT was run. Which means if AEW became a thing and Triple H was running the WWE right now, we wouldn't be having this discussion of worrying about the WWE joining the Forbidden Door. Period. There's no question.
It would have been openly welcome.
Yeah, come on in, buddy.
It would have been welcome with open arms across both companies.
Kenny Omega
you would have had NXT TakeOver in Madison Square Garden with collaboration with AEW, and Triple H was basically running the show. And Tony said that Triple H is his favorite for reasons.
Yeah. Also, James, you were talking about how you got weary about what WWE's going to do to Impact if they got their way. Well, you did mention another particular person. Booker T has something to say about this collaboration.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So, James, have you heard of Booker T?
Well, now, I want to preface this because I feel like I have to preface this because people...
Preference.
And I've actually tweeted about this. I have tweeted about this. I feel Booker gets a bad rep here. He doesn't always comment negative shit. He has negative takes, but they're genuinely positive. I've actually gone on his channel, and Booker fucking was nice enough to reply to me, and I was like, check out any other content. We have talked very positively about AEW in the past. I confirm this is the case.
Yeah,
So,
well, he has
I
some
want to
comments
preface
about
that right now because nobody else in this fucking community will. Continue.
Fair enough.
understand. Well, Booker T came out and said on his podcast, and I must stress he works for WWE as a panelist. He said this:
fair.
what if these guys come in and really, really do well and want to actually move over to the other side? And then he said this about Impact.
Uh-huh.
Impact Wrestling is almost like a developmental territory. It's a good place to be seen, but if you want to make some really good money, you're going to have to go somewhere else. That's no slight to Impact or anything like that. And I was like, no, that definitely sounds like a slight.
Actually, no. No, you know what? I actually agree with Booker here.
We all know that Impact Wrestling does not have as near as much money as AEW and WWE, but that's not on them. That's just always been their business structure. I've talked about multiple times with people that talk nothing but Impact Wrestling, and they say one of the biggest cruxes to that is their marketing. There is not as wide as a reach out or connection versus the other companies. And even with their YouTube service and insiders and stuff like that, they're trying. I will say they're trying.
Eric Bischoff did say something that was unfortunately accurate, because it does ring true. Like, Impact is great, but how many people are actually going to see it because it's on Access TV, which barely anybody have.
And YouTube. I think people don't know enough about the YouTube thing, because you can watch Impact Wrestling 90 minutes, commercial-free, starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as a simple Impact Insider, $5 a month.
That's another thing, too. And keep this in mind, too. Like, I've been saying this for months now. Like, and I've been saying this since they started their collaboration with Impact, AEW did. And I said they would have been better off probably actually selling the assets of Impact to AEW, because I'm confident Tony Khan would have kept the brand and used it under the AEW initials, and B, there would have been a lot more stars that he could have put on that brand that would have actually bolstered up that fucking roster in particular, which already was great by that point.
Yeah.
So, like, that's another thing. It's like, if they'd be better off being on TBS right now than where they're at right now. So no, I don't disagree with Booker's take there. Actually, I
feel like he was just really speaking to the market, because let's face it, King, Impact Wrestling, people want to try and rank companies, but Impact Wrestling, it has stood the testament of time again. 20 years now. God bless that company. In a much better state when it comes to roster, quality, outlook, and of course, dedicated fan base and growing fan base. And with the collaborations with all these other companies, like James and Eric alluded to, not limited to AAA, CMLL, NWA, NJPW, AEW, now ROH. I mean, Impact Wrestling, again, they continue to make strides and continue to still be,
in a sense, yeah.
That GCW continue to still be on the precipice, at the beacon, it seems, at the center of the wrestling community, in my opinion, because everybody goes in and out or through Impact in some way, it seems now, more than ever.
Exactly.
King, what do you think of Booker's comments? What
let's get some thoughts from you, man. You've just been listening to us. Come on now, speak.
I agree with James. I don't disagree on what Booker said. He's talking about the market. It's not really like a widespread, community like that. Like, their business structures has always been the same. I mean, ever since they left Spike TV years ago, they haven't reached out to a bigger network since Spike TV. So I understand from where Booker is coming from in this case. Like, he's talking about the market itself.
It would be one thing if Booker said it was a developmental brand for the WWE. Then I could say
that would have been the kicker.
But therein lies the difference. He didn't just say the WWE, Eric. He said just it's a developmental brand for.
And keep in mind, Impact Wrestling,
essentially.
Impact Wrestling has,
which he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Booker T's wrestling promotion that he runs, Reality of Wrestling, has worked with Impact Wrestling.
Yes,
AEW too. AEW and WWE.
AEW.
Like, it just works with anybody. So
it really does. Again, Impact Wrestling, it's the company that's like, okay, you want to collab with us? We're all about spreading not only our brand, but the wrestling industry itself. Again, Impact Wrestling has always been truly that alternative before AEW existed.
Yeah.
Now, I'm more curious about what Booker said, even though we said we weren't gonna talk about this. I'm curious what he thought about the whole AEW has a diversity issue fucking bullshit.
Boy.
I'm curious on that.
I don't think he really said anything about it. I think he just stood clear to that.
I don't blame him. That is a super sensitive subject for. Just saying.
You want to know everybody's thoughts on it? Go to my video. Done.
Go to James's video if you want the thoughts on that version.
And
Also,
please be polite in the comments. Please be polite.
I was.
Also, there was an update on MLW's lawsuit with WWE besides the COO being a Bryan Danielson guy for fetishizing his thing.
Yeah, it's Court Bauer. Court Bauer don't give a shit, bro.
Well,
Zero freaking F.
He never did.
Well, there is a little bit of an issue going on with the COO and another wrestler.
Go ahead.
Joey Janelle came out and publicly backed WWE, saying, "I hope the Titan puts them out."
What?
Yep, he's a bad boy.
Did Joey Janelle have a bad run in MLW or a bad run with somebody?
Well,
there?
he claimed that MLW prevented wrestlers from appearing with GCW.
And explains why.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that's accurate or not, but the COO of MLW...
Honestly, that's fair.
That's his interpretation. Again, he works in the industry. He is die-hard GCW. So if that is the case, then that's his stand. I will leave that between him and those companies.
Yeah. But then the COO came out and called him a hypocrite.
No, I will say he's kind of right, but he's also I understand where Joey's coming from more here because you shouldn't be doing that. Like,
I mean, you're literally shafting.
It's a Lucha Underground problem all over again.
Yeah, exactly. And Lucha Underground had so much potential, but again, they were literally underground. Nobody else knew what the hell was about them.
If they had let people go outside of their borders and not lock them down under contracts. Like, first off, Ricochet would have never left to go to the WWE, and he'd probably stay with them, and he probably wouldn't have any incentive to go.
Prince Puma.
He would have never wanted to go anywhere but stay in Lucha Underground and do his indie dates. Guaranteed.
Think about how many people went through Lucha Underground and made a name for themselves. I might not know the original names, but you know damn well who they were. From Jeff Cobb to Brian Cage to Chelsea Green. Shall I continue?
Yeah, I mean,
I
think we now know also why Jacob Fatu hasn't been seen in months up until maybe recently. I haven't kept up with MLW in a bit, but there was a period of time where Jacob was just not on TV. I wonder why. Maybe he was trying to negotiate a deal where he could actually take outside dates. Like, there's probably some validity to Joey's gripe there. And by the way, this is coming from a guy who's not necessarily the biggest fan of the guy. So
publicly say he hopes people die of their throat illness.
I mean, yeah, but I sometimes don't know if it's his gimmick or real life bullshit.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, is he joking or is he being serious?
I mean, how many times has Joey Janela been dropped on his head, to be fair? He's probably scrambled a few brain cells.
It's probably way too many times.
I feel like he's the Antonio Brown type where because it's like, I remember there was this one, and I mentioned this because there was this one time Joey Janela, I think he got like a severe concussion.
Yes.
And it's been like downhill ever since. Like, he lost Penelope. It really feels like a Antonio Brown situation with Joey Janela.
Well, at least he seems to be doing okay now when it comes to AEW and being tabbed with Taylor Rossi, who is legitimate.
Dude, please get Kayla Rossi on AEW Dynamite. I want her and Jade.
Oh,
that's money.
Yep.
And that's me saying Jade is green as fucking goose shit, and we all agree there.
We all agree.
I would want to see that. I would want to see how that would work out.
That would lead to the segue I want to talk about. Since we're talking about AEW, is the Cody news that broke out this morning.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a quick second. So this man has been working without an AEW contract since the end of 2021, and then AEW, good old Jeff Jones himself, wanted to post it right as soon as the news broke out, talking about AEW TNT champion Cody Rhodes returns Wednesday night. So basically, we're gonna think of the possibilities with this, guys. Cody without an AEW contract, but he's still the current AEW TNT champion, which could mean we could see a forbidden door once again come through the halls of AEW, or him taking that TNT title to other companies.
Exactly.
Let's face it, he's not going anywhere. He's going to resign. I mean, this is one of the foundation, one of the pillars, the originals. One of the guys who started AEW. Do y'all see him going anywhere? I don't think so.
No, and here's another thing, by the way, just to put it in perspective. There was 2 different contracts Cody signed. There was one where he was an athlete contract.
There you go.
And then the one with the vice president. He's still under contract with AEW as vice president.
That's what I've been saying on the timeline on Twitter. Like, I'm pretty sure he has a separate contract for his EVP status.
I think people don't realize that literally some people have 2 contracts and you're in a position of authority and a position as an on-screen talent.
Everybody that was an EVP, to Brandy, to the Young Bucks, to Kenny, all signed separate contracts to be management as well as wrestler independent deal contract signings to work dates for AEW. So
yeah, and I would like to
mention, to keep that in mind as well.
Yeah.
And then you got those with clauses that are coaches like Dustin and Serena Deeb.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I like to mention Deonna Purrazzo was the Knockouts champion for a time when she wasn't signed.
Exactly.
And
she has been part of Impact Wrestling now for 2 years and is the 2-time Knockout of the Year, and now is a double champ once again, bearing the Women of Honor World Championship. What a match against Roxy, man. She went down.
Yeah, that was an awesome match.
Sign Roxy to Impact Wrestling.
And Dave Meltzer came out with an update since he is AEW's PR spokesperson for the most part at this point.
Yeah.
He said this, okay, this is the situation. Almost everyone is avoiding me today there, so it's either true and they're all mad it's out, or it's a work and they don't want to lie to me. One person near the top thought it was a publicity stunt, but stressed that he didn't know for sure. But one would think if it was a big story internally, they would know. But that's the only person who would even talk to me today. Remember, as far as technical goes, if there was a new contract offer starting this year, Cody has not been there, is expected to ratify it on 1/5. He was to be there, came to Newark, got the call, flew home before going to the building, and has been back. I know health reasons when his family was legit, so Sap's story is correct. I'm guessing it is, but that's the situation. If he's not there on Wednesday, it's a story. If anything changes, I'll update.
See, that's what I'm saying. Cody Rhodes is be there Wednesday.
And remember,
Wednesday, see what he does.
He is the true TNT champion. Sammy is the interim TNT champion. So this really could be a story.
Match at some point. It's either going to be at Beach Break or it's going to be on Revolution. So
no, I think I know I'm saying it's way too early, but where was the first Dynamite held?
Washington, D.C.
Where are they going to be at this week?
Washington, D.C.
That's true.
And plus, Rampage is live this week.
Cody and Cody was advertised to be here this week.
Yeah,
exactly.
And my friend, and shout out to one of my fellow friends in the IWC. Her name's Melissa. I've seen her tweet.
Oh yeah, I know Melissa. She's very nice.
She's part of that Cody Rhodes texting group, and she got the text from Cody with that same advertisement that AEW posted, and Cody said, "Let's do big things on Wednesday."
I think there's
that's
a big
Cody.
thing. Now there's a couple things here because we don't know what's going on yet. Like, we don't know. We know a heel turn's coming. We just don't know how or when.
It's slow burn, to say the least. But yes,
we don't
it
know
has
how
to
or
be.
when. Does he? How does he go about this? Does he take the TNT title to WWE? if the Forbidden Door is really going to be open to them. Does he go back to New Japan and join up with Bullet Club?
Okay.
It's a fucking stretch. It's a stretch, but it's now possible if Cody isn't just contracted to wrestle for AEW.
Well, the WWE did say they want to bring in Forbidden Door to both the women and the men's Royal Rumble, but there's already been talks that nobody in AEW is going to be involved in either Royal Rumble. But that being said, the Bullet Club thing, I would not count out because, again, American Nightmare was literally made in the Bullet Club.
Bullet Club, yeah.
Also, there's a third option. There's a third option.
Go ahead.
Does Cody have a friend that's challenging for the NWA title soon?
Oh.
Matt Cardona!
Matt Cardona.
Ooh.
That's right. Matt Cardona's challenging for the 10 pounds of gold pretty soon against Trevor Murdoch. That might actually be cool things. Because he and Mike Knox have literally been tag teaming in the NWA.
Exactly.
I don't get the Mike Knox pairing, but
I have no idea. But, I'm just gonna go along with it.
but that's a good third option.
And Cody is a former holder of the 10 pounds of gold. He won it back in NWA 70, which ultimately led to the introduction of an insurance policy. Now the NWA Women's World Champion Camille, and I don't see anybody ever taking that title off her.
That girl's a beast. I hate to see it. That girl's a beast. Jesus Christ.
She could be a champion of all promotions as far as I'm concerned. Good grief almighty.
Dude, Camille's Camille
confidence, growth, presentation, adaptation. She is the full package.
Her and Kayla Rossi. Kayla is as good as I think she is.
Now, Kayla Rossi, I think, is still one of those yet to be fully unleashed. I'm just saying.
Yeah, true. She's like the female Wardlow from the looks of
things. Yeah,
what
I'm about to say, Wardlow is getting ready to be unleashed here pretty soon in this MJF and Punk story.
Ooh.
So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that. Let's talk about AEW and this new era.
Before we talk about that,
go ahead.
Since we're talking about Cody's contract, we got to talk about the other contract. Who wants out?
Cage?
Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah. Before we talk about a new era, let's talk about maybe a new signing somewhere outside WWE. We've already seen Toni Storm. She is going to show up somewhere. I wouldn't mind seeing her Impact Wrestling, but the bigger one here, with all due respect, is definitely Mustafa Ali. Huge favoritism with Pierce in the back. He tried to do multiple things with what he was given. He even tried this American thing, it looked like, as a plot point, but that character got dropped. And then, of course, he was denied that Money in the Bank, tried the Retribution thing, that got dropped, and now he's literally, like, at this point, it's like, I'm doing nothing. I feel I should do more.
There's been an update on Mustafa Ali about why he was gone. So he had a kid, and everyone was on the assumption, he's on paternity leave.
Which would make sense.
Now, it turns out he only asked for one show off for that.
And look how many shows he's been off.
And you want to know why he was off for the rest of the time?
Why?
Because they had nothing for him.
Wait, what?
And he said they had nothing for him.
Here's the thing. When the New America gimmick was pitched, they were for it, but then Vince McMahon came in and pitched something to Mustafa Ali that was described as something he would never have done, and it led to a heated argument between him and Vince to the point that Mustafa Ali was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore.
I got it.
Agreement.
It was something. I got it. It was something racist.
Probably.
Most likely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it related to Saudi Arabia and what they did and what they did. Because,
he did post in that video saying that he can't deliver his message while working for the WWE. Therefore, he requests his release. So I'm guessing that message has to relate to that.
Or they wanted to do a reboot of Muhammad Hassan.
I was about to say, they probably tried to reboot Muhammad Hassan. I was like, oh, Lord.
But yeah, Vince and him got into a heated argument, and Vince didn't want to bring him back for a while. So, yeah, basically the idea
You disagree with me?
There's even something more BS about this. Guess what Mustafa Ali came out with in October?
What?
He revealed on a Metro interview where he And I kid you not, Vince apparently, he said this. This was Ali saying it, not some third-party source. Mustafa Ali was told by Vince, "Kid, you're too polished, you're too clean, and you're just too nice. I don't think you have it in you."
Oh, give me a break. This is the same guy.
Why'd you have him lead a fucking renegade group then, you dumb fuck?
And James is triggered. No glasses needed.
No, how does that make any sense? Does he just try to find a fucking excuse?
James,
Like,
how many times must you and I go through this? Logic does not exist in the WWE. Simple as
I
that.
think you're a fucking liar. That's what I think.
And I gotta say this,
Like,
I was like, okay, Mustafa Ali has to lead in Retribution. He could make it work if he had a better writing team, but Mustafa Ali, if you did it now, I can't see it working. He's just an awesome guy. You can't boo him.
Yep, this is the same guy who has took too many chair shots, too many bumps throughout his time as a wrestler back in the day, all those times. So
and I like to remember, and I like to remind you all, the last thing he did when he got a big paycheck from the Blood Money events, he said, "I'm donating all that to charity. I do not want the cash."
There you go. Might I add, he is also a policeman at heart, just saying. Might I also add, he was a standout in the original 205 Live, which Triple H was trying to bring back the glory of Cruiserweight Wrestling. I went back and rewatched that NoDQ match with him and Buddy Murphy. Still one of my favorite matches ever in that series history.
Still to this day, I still will watch Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali open up
the heart and soul.
Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali, no DQ.
That's still my favorite match probably of all time.
But yeah, I was like, okay, wait, so him being polished in the ring is too much? He was too clean? He was too nice? So at least we now know where Undertaker got his I liked it back in the day when people were distrustworthy and knives. At least that explains it.
And then he probably would power bomb him through the stage, almost killing him off like he did Muhammad Hassan when he was American Badass.
Yep, 2005, the Great American
Yeah,
Badass.
and I think James has become broke. I think James is broken from the fact that
he was a hybrid dead man around the time.
That's true.
Here's why I broke, because it's so bullshit. It's just bullshit. It's not that he didn't trust him. He just didn't like him, period. Like, you put the fucking guy that you said didn't have it in you, which may be true. Yeah, sure. First off, you didn't even give him a chance because you sat in them with a shit renegade group. So if you really didn't think he didn't have anything to do and he didn't have the gusto to pull it off, why'd you put him in a fucking renegade group then?
Probably because he wanted people to go ahead and be, well, he's religious, so we can use that excuse.
Don't use that excuse in the book. That's how they market themselves. That's how that all works.
Okay, guys, if you thought that was annoying and frustrating, and James is gonna be definitely pissed off about what I'm about to say next, and all of you will too.
I don't have bottles, so I will not be.
The WWE fan base is now suddenly turning on Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, it makes sense. No, I'll tell you why. It was fucking disgusting. We did a whole podcast on this because it was that gross, and I didn't realize how gross it was because it was like, it was one of those
picture.
Seriously, it was one of those things where it's like, I feel like all of us have been in the wrestling bubble, like in some regard, right? But like nobody has seen how this could really deter people that are just casual wrestling fans when you see dumb shit like this. I saw it literally happen in real time. I was with Nikos, my friends Nikos and Michael X, and we were reading these comments. There was a video made by Corporate Kane, C-A-I-N, not the one you're thinking of. And he, although it is a parody of that, he read these comments, and like some of them were just bad grammar, and they were upset and did the crying emojis. Please don't go to WWE, like whatever. Which was already bad, right? And by the way, I stress this was on Danielson's Instagram. And then it kept getting worse and worse and worse until it got to one
Down
specific
the rabbit
comment.
hole.
Until it got to one specific comment that said, "Hope you break your neck for a wrestling company that doesn't care." And then it ended with the Corporate Kane guy saying, "All of these are very reasonable and measured responses of a guy that's gardening with his daughter." There's a picture of him celebrating Earth Day with his daughter. What's their daughter's name?
Brady.
When I tell you, Mike had probably the most scathing and destructive rant I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, I saw it.
It was
Sam.
it was some of the it didn't really hit me until after I watched the podcast back, and I'm like, wow, this shit really isn't normal. Like it's not normal. Like,
No.
I'd be happy if anybody were to succeed if they were to go to AEW, or if they were to go from AEW and for some reason went to the WWE and they actually broke through and succeeded.
There you
Just
go.
like I'd be pissed off if they were misutilized.
Right.
You know?
But I wouldn't like, tirade them for doing what they believe was best
Right.
for their own future. At the end of the day, whatever you do in this industry, you're doing for the sake of your own well-being, future, and your family for that matter, whether you have one or want to make one.
It's really toxic, guys. Like it's
I know.
we
That's
need
like
to
I
be
said,
better
I
than that,
avoid
bro.
it again.
Fuck.
My inner circle is you guys. Let me put this in retrospective for you. MJF. Everybody in WWE right now is scouting this guy, for example. He literally went on a podcast himself, I think it was wrestling, and he basically talked about what Roman Reigns is doing, good for him. It really pushes the industry forward. He didn't backlash, he didn't tirade, he didn't belittle the company's name. He simply put forward, okay, they're doing this, well, I'm doing this in AEW, but if the opportunity presents itself, I would probably try and go for it.
It's disgusting to me that now people like, but
People judge other people. People judge wrestlers who are just people at the end of the day for everything they choose to do, especially if it goes against a company they've watched their whole lives seeing them go through, and they choose to decide to try and do something different, go into some other company, and that immediately makes them a bad person. Fuck you.
It happened.
Amen
with
to
Mox.
that.
It
Yep.
happened.
Whether or
with
not
Mox.
they thrive or succeed or sink or swim is on the booker, on that company, on the industry itself. It is not on them. Everyone is responsible for their own choice at the end of the day. You have no choice to judge it or dictate it. You can hate what you hate. You can love what you love. At the end of the day, these people are in this thing. We're just fucking watching it.
Yeah.
When you tell me, Eric, that Mustafa is now getting turned on by fucking just, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Complete jack-offs on social media.
That's a nice way of putting
what
it.
they are.
That's
That's
a
a nice way
putting
of
it.
putting it. To say the
Yeah,
very
that's a nice
fucking
way.
least.
Dude, I'm not monetized. You want to
I'm
go
not
on the
surprised.
friggin' thing.
Seriously,
I guess, as long as you're not racist.
Yeah, right. No, for real. Like, I'm not surprised by that. I'm really not. I've seen it. I saw it happen with Moxley. With just the subtle thing is people
You
still
can put
calling him
any
Dean
name,
Ambrose.
insert name here,
They call
man
him
or
Ambrose.
woman. We've seen it,
People still, yep.
and it's still going, and it has literally caused people their lives. R.I.P. Hana Kimura, for one.
Yeah.
Take the
it's
whole
gross,
Kenny
dude.
Omega. Take the whole Kenny Omega thing for example. People still haven't learned for that, but yet you still want to go at Kenny Omega for basically liking Riho and Dr. Britt Baker's match with Rampage.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Here's the thing.
that is caused by one of the most toxic, out of touch individuals, whether people want to admit it or not, in the entire wrestling community, whatever the hell you want to call it. Dude Burnett.
No doubt about that here.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. There were some who were still supporting Mustafa Ali when he announced "I want out," who were diehard WWE fans. But I won't say this user's name, but here's what
Please
this
don't.
person said. I won't say their name because
Good.
I'm a drunk
We're not
person.
publicizing evil here. We're against it.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
He said, this person said, Mustafa Ali is a good wrestler, but he's not anywhere close to a superstar. Once he's gone from WWE, he'll be forgotten like Buddy Murphy, Andrade, and all the others. That's just facts. LOL. Just saying. And I was like, let me see if I get this straight. You're just naming guys who've been relevant for a while. Andrade, who signed to AEW, no less. And Buddy Murphy's first match back in wrestling was against Okada, but those are the names you're going for instead of like other people who were kind of forgotten about, like Bull Dempsey and whatnot.
The Ascension, for example. I'm just saying.
I go back to what I said earlier.
Yeah.
When it came to WWE opening up the forbidden door while the lawsuit with MLW is going on, while all these NXT releases are happening. With these fucking toxic motherfuckers, I'm supposed to be excited for this shit.
Well, guess what this person said the moment Mustafa Ali was revealed to have had an argument with Vince?
Yeah, what did they say?
So happy the toxic Mustafa Ali is gone from WWE if this is true. And I was like, what proof do you have that he's toxic?
So we're just basically gonna use the toxic name because that's what everybody kept calling Keith Lee, that he was toxic, that he had an attitude problem.
This fucking guy.
Which he didn't even
It's not just one guy, it's a community. We're not chastising a person. We are obliterating a negative activity spewing in the community of our love of professional wrestling that has no end in sight.
Yeah, and this is the thing that bugged me. Like, when you keep hearing the same story, Keith Lee was said to be toxic. Mustafa Ali was said to be toxic. Insert name here was toxic.
Thank you. Insert name here.
Now, here's a question I'm just going to ask. If all these stories are coming out that these guys who are said to be awesome dudes or awesome girls
are
being
all of a sudden
awesome,
toxic.
and they're all of a sudden having attitude issues or being toxic right after they left WWE, that comes out. But we never heard that before when they were still in it. But it just happens to happen after they come out. Why do I get the feeling that it has a PR machine saying we got to demonize them and get our tribalists riled up to fight?
I still think I still feel like there's a random algorithm in place where these accounts that look like people are actually robots put in place to literally make a person look bad, just so it reflects across the community and make them think the same thing.
I'm so sick of this type of shit. I'm so sick.
That's why I'm not on Twitter. I only am on Twitter to talk wrestling and say hi, and that's it.
I agree with you. That's why I'm barely on social media myself, unless I do one of these shows. But it is hard to escape the fact that it exists in this fucking.
That is true. I do not pretend it doesn't exist. I just don't let it rule me, and that's all I gotta say about that.
I think the fucking issue for me is like, even if AEW is justified, anybody that sees any of this fucking bad shit said or any of this controversial shit said about anybody in the industry, same with WWE, like people from that company and they show up on there. Like, if they hear that, that is so toxic to the industry growth.
It is, exactly.
Like, it has been living proof that it has been toxic for Dynamite's growth and AEW's growth. You can't tell me it hasn't been. You can't.
The sad thing is, James,
they should be doing way better.
The sad thing is, it's toxic for the entire industry. It's just the biggest impact, no pun intended, is the biggest two players in the game.
That's the thing that pisses me off more than anything else. AEW should be getting $2.4 million at least weekly, and they're not, and it's because of this tribalism bullshit. You can't anything else.
When you let social media rule your judgment, unfortunately, this is the case, and unfortunately, human perspective, that's the kind of thing that happens because people see this and they basically preach it like it's the gospel or follow it.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Not only and this is something weird happened. They never announced this, but 2K 2022, something came out about that. There was a leak about Rey Mysterio. There was a leak about the game. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
It goes back to the subject we were talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What leaked out was that they announced that it was going to be revealed that Rey Mysterio is on the cover of 2K22. And everyone was like, bro, what has Rey Mysterio done? He sucked. He was not important. And I was like, where the heck did this hatred come from?
Out of nowhere!
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Again.
Yeah. And I must stress, this is over a video game cover, not like he being a horrible person.
This is a fucking legend in the industry, dude.
Rey Mysterio has done everything for this business, in every single promotion he has been in.
And broke his legs, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly, but and these people want to say,
himself
oh, boo,
countless
Rey Mysterio. You must not know your wrestling history, or you must have watched wrestling since 2013.
7 billion people, you wonder how many of them are actually humans versus robots.
Here's a comment. There was a comment I saw, and I was like, I read this, and I was like, you didn't watch him, did you? Or at least not even care?
I'm going to spread evil just because I can by simply putting a name down.
This is what someone said.
I don't know it.
Oh, Rey Mysterio was a good wrestler, but he wasn't like all that important. He wasn't a big deal in WCW. He wasn't a big deal in WWE.
Oh, not a big deal in WCW.
Now, I must stress, you're talking to 4 lifelong fan professional wrestling, one born in 1992, who became a fan of Cruiserweight Wrestling, seeing Rey Mysterio take on the likes of freaking Dean Malenko. Continue.
Eddie Guerrero.
Ultimo Dragon.
Ultimo Dragon. Come on, keep going.
Moving to.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. Let's think of other guys, because there's others out there. Oh,
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero the key one.
Kurt Angle in WWE.
Kurt Angle was fucking tremendous.
He won the freaking title back at WrestleMania 22.
Yeah, this person was downplaying everything Rey Mysterio did, and they also went with but he's a little guy. He can't beat those big guys. It's unrealistic. And I'm like, dead man walking, guy who controls fire. What is real about those things then?
So we're going to pretend that he didn't win the world title in WrestleMania 22 against Kurt Angle and Randy Orton.
We're not going to pretend that he's a former. We're not going to pretend that he's a former WWE champion. That he's also not a former multi-time tag team champion, multi-time cruiserweight champion, multi-time Intercontinental
Royal Rumble
United
winner,
States champion,
Royal
Rumble winner.
Yeah, he's done it all, bar none. He's done it all.
Okay, so if the argument is, Rey Mysterio has done nothing in the last 5 years, who gives a shit?
And who are you to judge?
That's my question.
Who are you to judge? It's also another question itself.
Number one, and number two. Even if that was the case, which to a degree, yes, he hasn't done much in 5 years because WWE's fucked him over bad. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. Who cares?
But here's the thing:
it's a fucking video game cover.
Exactly. It's a video game cover, and they just lost it.
Eric, I'm just waiting for somebody to go put a complaint out about the stupidest thing. Maybe, this wall is painted blue, but it's this shade of blue. I hate it. It should actually be this shade of blue. I'm just waiting for
Okay. No, funny thing about that. I think Doug Walker on Nostalgia Critic actually had that criticism when he was doing Nostalgia Critic a few years ago. They actually had that complaint. They actually did a parody on that complaint.
Yay, original assholes. Woo.
Wow. This goes to show that truly anybody, if they wanted to, can complain about anything. And at the end of the day, you prove how stupid you are.
And here's what I wrote. Here's what I wrote about the whole
I don't like this Dasani logo. It's too bland. It's too bland. I don't like it.
Here's the thing I said. Here's the thing about the whole cover stuff. I was like, okay, you don't like Rey Mysterio on the cover. then why don't you just print out a new cover and then replace it with that?
Or why don't you just buy the game digitally? Who buys games on physical media anymore anyway? We've been in a digital era.
Who cares either way?
But that's the point I'm trying to make, James. It's an illustration. No one gives a fuck. Anyway,
and I was like, I'm more focused on the gameplay, the quality, the bugs, and the horrible gambling mechanics.
It's funny you say. Let's segue into that. Because here's something you should be fucking people. I'm gonna explain to you how WWE 2K22 gameplay wise has not fucking changed. First off, number one, these new control schemes that they supposedly said they've spent fucking a year to work on. It's literally the same control scheme, but with different buttons. It's literally the same animations, but with a different camera angle to make it look like it's a fighting game. Ooh, they got the fighting game cam. Oh, like that makes a fucking difference. Oh, hey, here's another fucking thing. No. Entrances, anytime they do a fucking taunt, like Goldberg when he does his uppercuts to the fucking sky because he's a dope. Oh yeah, they zoom in on the fucking camera. That's really innovative. Fucking, that makes all the fucking difference.
James, think about the CGI used here. Think about the real 4K resolution look to it.
Hey, let me explain something to you people. For everybody, if you have followed anybody that is anybody in the video game wrestling scene, CM Pulse, John Blood, Tony
Chris
Pizza
Danker.
Guy,
Chris
Zane,
Danker.
dude, fucking Dank Ops. Okay, every single one of them has said the exact same fucking thing. The gameplay has been a problem. Now all of a sudden that these new control schemes came out and these new essentially camera schemes came out, all of a sudden they did something to fix that. No, I'm telling you, they didn't do shit to fix it. They just inputted different fucking buttons. Okay, and that's it. That's all they fucking did. So
okay. So
I'm telling you, the gameplay is fucking awful.
So how many buttons? Does it take? How many buttons does it take to actually do a Continental tie-up successfully? That's the real question.
Okay. Basically, here's what I'm basically
guessing. 2014, it was one.
Okay, I got two responses to this. One, couldn't we just switch the controllers back to the way we like it and be done with it?
Okay, I'm gonna quote a song here. Forgive my naiveness. I don't remember the artist. Why you gotta go and make things so complicated? Okay, this is ridiculous.
Also, too, the way James you were describing it, it kind of sounds like WWE did a placebo effect on people.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's no doubt. Everybody falled for this. Even Dank Ops, even Pulse to a degree. Everybody's like, oh, this could be a good game. No, they're fucking fooling you. They're fooling you people.
They're recycling assets. That's what it comes down to. They're recycling assets.
See, and this is the problem. This is made by 2K. Yes, I am a NBA 2K follower and have been for numerous amount of years.
A whole new term.
But even with that, this is the same 2K that has developed problems since from the start. These when I play part on NBA 2K22, the servers go down. Seriously, the servers go down, and they never try to take time to fix it because basically they are too money hungry. That's exactly what they are.
Gambling mechanics.
Gambling mechanics, dude. Rockstar Games hasn't done nothing. Okay, welcome everybody to All Things Video Games.
That's true. Hold on.
Let me finish here. Rockstar Games hasn't done nothing to Red Dead Online because the money they invested in GTA Online has surpassed the sales for the freaking Red Dead franchise 10 times over.
Yes, absolutely. And here's another thing.
What is happening here?
Back to WWE 2K20 for a second, or 22 rather. Okay,
Yep.
back to
Oh
2K22.
no, James! Whoa,
Now, listen,
okay.
Yeah, not 2K20. It will
I was
not
about to
be.
say,
as
well-
bad- I will say 2K20 will not be as bad gameplay-wise as 2K21. Just as
Okay,
bad as 2K19.
that's a bold claim.
Just as bad
Very
as
bold claim.
2K19.
This comes from the guy who uses
Well, from
friggin'
one evil to the next.
This coming from the guy who uses 2K13 for his
14.
NoDQ&AV league.
For my CAW league, let me explain something to you people. If you find that there is stuff that you could do that you could get months worth of content out of, especially if you're a content creator like any of the video game people, yeah, fine. There's GM mode they're bringing back, which I'm sure they'll stuff somehow, but it's back. They got universe mode. They got my career mode. I'm sure you can get like at least 6 to 8 months worth.
How about something new and original that actually entices you?
But here's the thing. Here's
Go
the thing
ahead.
I need to get back to. The fact that this is supposed to be their redemption arc with 2K22, and they have the balls to say this. We're giving you microtransactions in my faction mode.
There you go.
Wait.
There you go. They joined the world. You even alluded to it, King. You talked about
They
it.
joined the world of this.
Loot crates, loot boxes, and microtransactions.
Wait, guys. James, you didn't hear that? Yeah, they're putting it in my faction mode.
Yes, they are.
And plus, it's the same thing as NBA 2K. It's the same thing as NBA 2K when it comes to my team. And I know they're
or Madden NFL's Ultimate Team.
Hold
There
on.
you
Are
go.
you
Exactly.
telling me they FIFA'd this?
Yeah.
They FIFA'd Madden and NBA 2K this.
They're FIFAing.
Do you have to
FIFA'd.
pay for fucking? You have to pay for people. You have to.
Yep.
You're paying packs.
For my faction mode. They just said my faction mode. As
For
the
now, Eric. For now.
For now at least.
Which
But that's what they said.
Which the VC prices goes like this: 450,000 VC is $99.99. The 250,000 VC is $49.99. The 75,000 VC is $19.99. The 5,000 one is $4.99, and the 5,000 is $1.99. This is
And big Ubisoft is one of the most toxic looked at companies because of their corporate structure, and they're the ones that headlined this whole idea of you can do microtransactions in games and people will go for it because they don't want to do the real grind and stuff.
How do you turn a legit sports concept into pro wrestling? Because here's the problem. Like, actually, it's weird because this might actually be successful because most wrestling fans actually like a lot of the guys, probably, with the exception of a select few. So, like, if they do it the way I think they're gonna do this, then that means that every faction should be pretty decent.
You would hope.
There's no you can't fuck it up because but it's a crapshoot in FIFA. It's a crapshoot in NBA because you don't know if you're going to get a shit player or a legit player.
Well, they're going to have, they're going to have their overall system. It's like, okay, what do I rate Natalia versus Aaliyah, who got a win in 3.17 seconons on SmackDown?
Oh God!
But like, yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what?
Every pack you open up is Aaliyah. Fuck.
Exactly.
A freaking common card.
A bronze Aaliyah, 65 overall.
Damn, King. That's low. That was more than I thought. Dirty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I say this because of the Aaliyah thing. That is not what I think of Aaliyah's.
Here's your 3-match contract card added to that bronze overall card. Here's your 3-match contract card.
I'm gonna put a bunch of Aaliyahs and Madcap Monsters in your deck.
Actually, you know what? I'd be interested in seeing content of this because this would be jokes. Dude, imagine like the factions you could get, the worst faction possible. Aaliyah, Baron Corbin, fucking Omos,
Robert Stone.
Robert Stone.
Wait, guys, remember, WWE's it was reported WWE was planning to going to put in the relief wrestlers in the game. They were going to put the relief wrestlers in the game, remember? Which means
that's right. Because we can still make money. We can still make money off them based on their.
But here's the thing. You know what that means, right?
Adam Cole.
No, Eva Marie could be in the game.
Oh God!
Well.
Toxic Attraction 2.0. Aaliyah and Eva Marie done. Yeah, there you go. It's great.
That's great. That's 62.
That's worse than
62, Braun.
That's worse than Carmella and Selena Vega, the tag team champions.
62 bronze and a 62 bronze and a 65 bronze. There you go.
Go more than that. Go 50. Jesus.
Fuck. I actually.
God,
this is gonna be either a disaster or tremendous or both.
It's gonna be both. There's no doubt about it. In my opinion, it's gonna be both.
If they're going to NBA 2K route, if they're actually going to NBA 2K route, since they're developed by 2K, we're basically going to see bronze. We're going to see emeralds, sapphires, rubies, diamonds, amethyst, pink diamonds, galaxy opals, and dark matter cards.
When did this turn into a video game podcast? What the fuck happened?
Wait, I have a better question. Did we just go straight to Elon Musk's fucking diary? Like, what the fuck did you just say?
He literally ranked the actual, probably marketing strategy of the microtransaction.
No, I know. It just sounded like it was straight from Elon Musk's fucking diary.
Well, that's
cosmic things.
That's what NBA 2K does for their ranking system.
Hey, maybe Elon Musk has stock in this. Maybe he has a play in this. I don't know. All right, so trying to change topics. Let's go back into something.
Okay. Wait. Okay, I know how we can change topics.
Yeah, please do. Good Lord Almighty, what the hell happened?
WWE and their obvious, they're not our competition, but they're clear competition. AEW shots about their bloody violence.
All right, then what are these?
Yeah, let's go to that. Let's do it.
Yes, the idea of blood in the sport of professional wrestling, where Ali and Penelope Ford and Ty Conti and Anna Jay had a street fight for the ages, the same year that gave us Thunder Rosa and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, for Match of the Year candidates. But the WWE's like, we could have did this maybe in one of our women matches, but we felt that's unnecessary because that wouldn't correlate to a wrestling audience today or look bad to children. Now, who wants to begin with this before I'm like, you're still a fucking idiot, and AEW
Okay. Allow me to give the proper response. Okay, there was a tweet that someone posted that sums it up. Okay, let's see about how we don't do the self-mutilation stuff. Okay. Let's see the last 5 years. Let's see the last 5 years alone. Becky Lynch was busted open, became famous. Shayna Baszler debated biting off Becky Lynch's neck and
which I still don't understand to this day.
Brock Lesnar busted Randy Orton's skull open.
Legitimately, I might add, and give him a concussion.
SummerSlam.
And let's see. Seth Rollins was bloodied open when the Fiend started choking him after the Hell in a Cell debacle. Let's see. Randy Orton was bleeding during the greatest wrestling match ever. Rey Mysterio lost his eyeball in the Eye for an Eye match.
Let's not talk about that match.
I know. Brock Lesnar also busted Roman Reigns open, and they showed the visual of him having the Crimson Mask.
At WrestleMania 34, the main event that was booed out of the
last but not least, to prove the self-mutilation thing is WWE style, they set Bray Wyatt on fire twice.
So, what sort of reasons do you have? Because, was it the fact that your match wasn't ranked by Dave Meltzer? Was it the fact that your match wasn't better received by the wrestling community? Was it the fact that you cannot carry a good match without exposing a blade in the middle of the ring, like with Randy Orton and John Cena at Hell in a Cell? Yeah, I went there. The fact that you just can't deliver a quality wrestling product. Go ahead, James.
In the interest of fairness, we cannot be talking because Jericho did that too on Dynamite.
Okay, fine. I'll at least accept
Okay,
that.
yeah,
But
Jared
here's
told
the
me.
thing.
Jared told me.
Let's back up on the blade, man.
This more so approaches the women in wrestling, might I add.
Yeah.
And where he thinks you don't need that, and AEW should step away from that and is given a bad presentation.
Hey,
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I'll give you a fun fact because we actually have to deal with this on our show too for CAW Wrestling. We're on our, I think our 8th month on recording television, quote unquote television, right? We're on an 8th month. We're on an 8th month, and we have to find ways around women not having those kind of matches, but they can't be busted open. You know why? Because WWE doesn't allow it to happen in the games. You know what I call that? Fucking sexist.
Very
How about
true.
that?
Oh wait,
about that?
I got another comment. Oh, doesn't UFC have a business model where violence is on their women is clearly required?
Hey, wasn't one of the biggest
Yes,
draws in wasn't one of the biggest draws that not only UFC and the WWE had named Ronda fucking Rousey?
Correct.
Correct.
I mean, not.
And I've seen women busted and bruised and bleeding in the freaking UFC.
You know, the more I read shit like this, it's no wonder why Wanda's pissed. Fuck.
But here's something I learned about an old SmackDown versus Raw game. I know this is a little off topic, but guess what I learned?
What did you learn?
On the
Candice Michelle was a
Nintendo Wii.
wizard.
No, on the Nintendo Wii version of SmackDown versus Raw, one of the older games, it actually included thumbtacks.
Yep.
Yes.
That was the only that was the
I
only
missed
console
those
that
things.
included thumbtacks.
Yeah.
Of all the consoles, only that though. What's really bizarre about that? And by the way, might I add, both those women matches that are being called in question here from AEW included thumbtacks too, and the women put in their bodies through them hard. Anna Jay and Britt Baker. King, speak on this issue now and your thoughts.
I am going to read a statement said by Mickie James. Oh boy, she's getting chucked out of this Rumble by far, no question.
Okay, go ahead and read it, and then let's get King's rebuttal on all of this. Because
I
again,
agree with
King,
her, by
your
the
girl
way.
Tai
I just wanna point
Kanji,
that out.
already, your girl Tai Kanji already gave her simple message with a bloody bird. So that being said, James, read that quote, and then King has the floor. Go ahead.
In response to WWE's statement regarding females in death matches, here's the thing. I've been at this for years. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's what's so fucking great about wrestling. Something for everyone. If you don't like it, then move on. But to be bitchy because your backwards ass thinking resulted in someone else promoting it and backing off of same, then you want to go and be a Karen on social media, then that shows you're too invested in other products and not enough on your own. My body, my fucking choice, and I choose death matches.
For country. That is why Mickie James transcends the wrestling industry like so many fucking others. Now, King, you may speak.
See, here's why I have the problem, and I know you guys have touched on it. I know you touched on it. It was most like talk about the thesis, most viewed. That's exactly what it is. That's what it comes down to, because basically, and I keep saying this about AEW, and I know we keep saying about it too, at least their women's division continues to grow. What is WWE's women's division doing nowadays? They can't seem to find shrinking. Exactly, like a Titanic that's about to sink down further the ocean. When you have basically four of your best women in a street fight, which was on Rampage, and it was most talked about on social media, and yet they're getting high praise for it. But on WWE's end, like, we want to do that. Well, oh wait, can't do that because we released half of our women.
And it'll look bad for sponsors. Continue.
Because it looked like bad on sponsors.
You mentioned Titanic. Hold on, you mentioned Titanic. Sasha Banks be like to Triple H, "I'll never let go, Paul. I'll never let go, Paul."
Oh God!
Look at her, out 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah.
Not on the Royal Rumble. I'm so sorry, Indigo. By the way, continue, King. Sorry.
and it was most talked about. It was most viewed. It was most viewed in demographic. But yeah, WWE's like, we can do that too. Oh wait, yeah. I don't know how to do that here because basically we can try to put out the effort, but yet at least they'll cater to our people. But us hardcore fans, we don't see that as basically trying to compete because that's their version of trash, of course.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a different visual. And again, it goes back to the idea of judging something just because you think you can, because you have the phone in your hand with no real reason behind it whatsoever.
But they say that AEW is not a competition. Oh wait, let's go back to that quote.
Oh yeah, bring the quote back. What was AEW? What was AEW in the beginning?
It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, right?
3 years later.
Like, just admit it, guys. Like, no one's gonna cry if you just admit the truth.
Just be honest with yourself for one freaking tweet in your life.
And remember this. Remember what happened the last time WWE called them out for being violent? And what did that lead to?
I don't even remember.
Blood and guts.
Yes, blood and guts.
Blood and guts.
And I know people will always trash that match because of the ending.
But that match in general before the ending was a darn good match, and it showed you what War Games, basically what NXT used to do with War Games.
With a roof, I might add, in this structure.
But by the way, speaking of Mickey James roasted, anybody see? I know this was ages ago, but I kind of want to read this because this kind of sums up how she feels about WWE in general and how they go about things. Mickey James tweeted like ages ago on in August. Oh, really? This is him? This is the guy? Wow, interesting. Well, I think we all feel much better now. Also, hey, buddy, The Sopranos called. They want Big Pussy back. Did that move your needle? No?
Oh,
okay.
Nick Khan.
Nick Khan, yeah.
Nick Khan.
Also known as Sweaty Shane McMahon that gained 55 pounds. Oh,
also
my God.
known as the Conway that we don't refer to as the good con. That's the bad con.
Wait, who? He's not in,
Nick Khan.
Wait, he was on the WWE. Who?
Oh, I was talking about that's the con that we don't refer to.
Yeah,
That's the con that we don't like.
He's not there. He's not there anymore. Who?
What are you talking about?
We're talking about
Shane?
Shane.
Oh,
Shane
Shane.
McMahon.
Yeah. Shane.
I think kind of does look like Shane. It's odd.
Yeah, have you just noticed that?
Yeah. No, I noticed that.
Here comes
I'm
the
playing.
money.
Yeah, when's the next time Shane McMahon shows up sweating like hell, doing the Shane shuffle?
Instead of here comes the money for Nick Khan, it's here comes unemployment.
We were talking about the video games and whatnot, and I was surprised we didn't bring up on 2K22's front that they could bring in Nick Khan to fire everybody in BOP.
Well, they'll probably have that as a storyline, probably in the micro.
They'll probably have
you play as Nick Khan and GM,
or basically just come out to the Royal Rumble number 14 and then basically see how your career go from there. Because basically, I heard number 14 is a cursed spot.
Give him the Daniel computer treatment in the Royal Rumble.
It's like you either get released, you get fired, or your booking goes the wrong way if you enter number 14. If you don't believe me, I watched Tap Out Corner's video about the cursed number 14. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait to see who comes in number 14.
They're not going to mention about that number, of course. When they say it's all about the numbers, they're not going to mention number 14. They're going to mention all the other numbers. So.
Also, what did everybody think about Lita and how she almost fought Britt Baker?
Oh, what a good signing that would have been. But of course, pull out the almighty dollar.
Amy Dumas.
Well, we don't know if this is even lasting. Keep in mind, there's still a good chance.
I already talked about this on the Wrestling Roundtable on Meltdown. Go watch it on Facebook. Lita is there in the Trish Stratus spots. When I saw Charlotte versus Trish Stratus live in Trish Stratus' last match at SummerSlam 2019, it is a stupendous spotlight match for WrestleMania. That shows you two things. One, put Charlotte on the card. Two, we have no real competition for Charlotte Flair for that title, nor plan to get it off her.
Exactly. And plus,
Also,
that's the
I
reason
would
why
like to
Charlotte's in the
mention-
Royal
I-
Rumble
I-
in the first place. Because
I would like to mention, it did say that while they didn't agree to a deal, things did end pretty good well, and they said a deal could still happen in the future.
Exactly. I'm not going to rule it out, and I'm not going to judge or diss her, but I think we all can book the WWE way that obviously it's Charlotte versus Lita coming at WrestleMania.
I mean, come on, man. It's obvious what they're doing, and it's like everybody wants to see her fight Britt Baker instead because that would be more interesting.
Well, let's be honest. The wrestling industry is still waiting for Dr. Britt Baker DMD versus the Virtuosa.
That's true. Deonna Purrazzo too. Yeah.
We're still waiting
There's
on
a
that
lot
one.
there.
I just can't wait to see what the future holds for Deonna Purrazzo and Impact Wrestling now that the Women's Wide Championship there. And it sounds like Maria Kanellis, who has basically formed the Kingdom, might be coming after that. That'd be a very interesting program. This whole Ring of Honor invasion angle right now in Impact. You got the honorable Ring of Honor, then you got these Ring of Honor renegades like, oh, we got nothing to do with this. It makes Impact Wrestling very unpredictable and enticing for me. And shout out to Tom Finnegan, that is now the new play-by-play guy.
Yes, he's doing pretty good. I actually like Tom Phillips during this run in WWE. Like, people don't give Tom Phillips enough credit. Like, he is very actually good play-by-play commentator. He is very good at his job.
He did all 5 brands in the WWE.
Who?
Like Tom Phillips.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is, man, but he doesn't sound excited to be an Impact. Am I the only one that feels that way?
He's more like the casual commentator, but at least he is more worthwhile to hear than Josh Matthews.
Yeah, Josh Matthews. I don't know why you got rid of Matt Stryker, but you kept Josh Matthews. That's what I still don't get to this day.
I think his contract just wasn't renewed. They did renew it for maybe I don't know. I'm gonna miss Matt Stryker
because he had other obligations, I think, outside.
That's what I figured.
Also, Freddie Prinze Jr. revealed something else about Vince McMahon.
Oh, besides tag team wrestling?
Other than that, apparently Vince McMahon is very, 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 very is not really paying attention to the rest of the world around him. Again.
Well, why is that out of surprise?
Just news?
He doesn't know who RoboCop is.
I mean, this is the same guy that didn't know how to use a digital phone when he tried to give away $1 million live on Monday Night Raw. Just saying.
He didn't know what the fuck a burrito was. like, and he was eating it. Meanwhile, like,
this is what Freddie said. This is what Freddie said. So this is what Freddie said. Apparently, when he started working on his second run in WWE, Vince McMahon just told him, "I have no idea who RoboCop is or what it is."
Imagine if we did, but then again, WCW already did it, so I mean.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I was like, wait, but didn't you say you used to watch WCW in order to know what they're doing?
Did he miss that episode?
Or did you just lie
in fairness, I don't think anybody was watching WCW around that time. To be fair,
I wasn't.
I wasn't watching WCW around that time. I was that's when I was watching WWF full time.
The Attitude Era, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Major Domination.
RoboCop's a little too much for me, dog.
That was the dying days of WCW.
No, that was the early days. That was the early days of WCW.
Hey, consider this. We had Arnold and RoboCop appear in Mortal Kombat. Now Arnold appeared in the WWE 2K game. RoboCop's next. That's the natural evolution.
Watch that be the pre-order bonus for WWE.
I hate you for that so much right now.
I have details on the pre-order bonus stuff.
This should be good.
I totally forgot about that. Oh god.
How did we forget about talking about this shit?
Yes, we did.
Go ahead and bring it to us.
Well, the pre-order bonus is apparently, let me see if I can get this right. For the game's deluxe editions and BS pre-order bonuses, there will be a 3-day early access to the game.
Okay.
Pre-orders are set to go live soon and potentially will include the Undertaker Immortal Pack.
For my
pre-order
faction.
bonus. Let me finish. It includes 3 additional Undertaker personas, such as the Phantom Mask Undertaker, the Lord of Darkness Undertaker, and the final Undertaker Boneyard Match one. My faction Evo cards for Undertaker, and my faction perks and bonuses.
There it is.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
You called it. You called it. You want that right faction, you're going to put out, and you're going to hope you get it. The
Evo,
pack.
as soon as you said Evo, I knew exactly what you was talking
The
about.
pack.
That's
And open the pack and hope for the best. The
That's
pack.
exactly what NBA 2K does, is Evo cards. I knew what you was talking about from the get-go.
How many Evo cards can't have been done?
We gotta be honest here, because it's not just WWE 2K's fault here. Like, a lot of the blame has to be put on WWE, because they've released so much talent.
They don't give a damn.
The only way they could do this.
They don't give a damn. That's why they're making record revenue.
Basically, you couldn't, like, if you since Eric, you talking about Undertaker stuff, like, we couldn't get an Undertaker like special edition of the game if they wanted to go get it. Like,
Dude,
Probably.
I can't wait for Rene Dupree Bronze Edition to come in from 2005. I can't wait for John Heidenreich, Chocolate Bar John Heidenreich.
Oh,
That's gonna be great.
God.
straight jacket,
It's gonna be so
jacket,
good on
Heidenreich.
2K22.
Next
Put
thing you
everybody on the
know,
game ever.
next thing you know, you're going to have Perry Saturn with Moppy.
Also, I gotta ask, how
Floppy's a
many
playable
characters
character.
were in 2K20?
I don't have a damn clue.
I don't know.
I'm probably over 100. Probably over 100.
Now, we talking about initial when the DLC came out and they expanded the
In
roster.
total.
Yeah,
In
100.
total?
Over 100. I think.
Okay, okay, I looked it up. 238 characters
Oh my God.
in 2K20.
That's probably because of the DLC, and then
Yeah, all of
the other
it.
Tires.
No,
Yep.
it also and that's the largest amount. Guess what they announced? Guess what was announced this month?
They're gonna go higher than that. Get ready.
300.
No,
I get 300.
Currently confirmed, there's a total of only 45 announced. We burned a lot.
Whoa!
Yes.
What is this, WWE 2K15?
It's very superstars.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible.
Yeah, as of January 2022, 45 characters have been confirmed for the game.
Well, at least you got Roman Reigns, Sasha Banks,
This game
Becky,
is
Charlotte.
gonna be a pile of trash. Yo,
I'm just waiting for the Metacritic scores at this point, because that's the actual buyers.
Yeah.
Whoa, come on.
Fuck. This is gonna fucking suck.
Again, I have not bought a wrestling video game since SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. The next wrestling game I buy will be the AEW game, because I can't wait to see more on that.
Uh-huh.
Because it's old school. Freaking No Mercy. Look, let's freaking go. Come on now.
Not only is it No Mercy, but it's also a hybrid of Here Comes the Pain as well.
One of my favorite games of all time, I might add, after Shut Them Out.
Same here.
And here's another thing that they're going to be doing. They're going to be doing the fucking Street Fighter method as well. So every year they'll come up with a fucking DLC pack to add more characters in.
Because you got Kenny Omega and Ukes spearheading this.
And plus they're gonna keep up to date with the AEW records as well, like live records.
Well, again, wins and losses are supposed to matter in AEW, and they reset every year, which is why the rankings right now, it's kind of like a null point, because everyone's either 0-1 or 1-0. But here's a question. What's going to be the Kings of the Black Throne's debut record? Brody King is now in AEW. The House of Black has a new member.
Yep.
Where does the House of Black go from here? With Julia Hart, with Hart, with all sorts of speculation, and their debut tag match against the Varsity Blondes with Hart in their corner this Wednesday. Where does the House of Black take us from here, guys?
Julia Hart betrays Varsity Blondes. Which
You really think that's going to happen?
Exactly.
Just like that?
Yeah. This is the moment. She's
Like
already
you said,
shown
Noah,
the
before
signs.
Like you said, Noah, before we went on recording, watch for Julia on Wednesday.
I'm just saying, I feel it coming, but would they actually do it right now is the thing, because AEW doesn't hotshot stuff.
AEW don't hotshot stuff, but this is the best time to do it. They
strike while the iron is hot.
They're striking while the iron is hot. They always do these kind of angles, especially during the build-up to Revolution.
Or special shows, because again, this Dynamite is before Beach Break, which I'm going to go see live.
Carol, you lucky bastard.
Yeah, you lucky. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, because, well, hold on. Before we talk about that, so you're figuring that Hart's going to turn. Eric, what do you think about Pac's promo about the blind man that now can see better than ever?
Pac's turning too.
Like we talked about this on Wednesday, I believe, where it did seem to give indication Pac might be somewhat joining the House of Black, or he's just trying to get in their heads.
Or he's losing his mind even more now that he's in solitude and blind. Again, we talked about the tarot card. We talked about what it meant.
And then I mentioned that there's also a religious angle to it, since he's saying, "I was once blind, but now I see."
Exactly. Amazing Grace, the story of the blind man whose vision was restored. Everything about this Dutch folklore, though, surrounding Malachi Black's manifestation.
James, have you heard of a YouTube channel called It Begins Again?
No.
Well,
yes, the Rotunda
they've
stuff.
They've been doing these Windham Rotunda promos, and it's hard to tell if Bray Wyatt's involved with this or if this was fan created. But they've been giving hints, including in certain promotion, that Bray Wyatt may actually show up in Northeast Wrestling with Braun and Eric Rowan, with Titan and Eric Redbeard,
aka the Wyatt family.
Well, I mean, does that mean EC3 joins?
No idea.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: we have no idea what Redbeard is doing. But Adam Shear is with EC3 in this whole narrative awakening.
Control your narrative thing. Exactly what Weston Blake at this case.
Who's the other guy though that was with them is what I want to know. And are they going to actually have Karrion Kross with them?
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of speculation. Okay, speaking of speculation, we now have to wonder what's Adam Cole's future. You got Red Dragon, you got the Bucks, you got his Bay, and they're taking on the Best Friends this coming week in this tag action, but the numbers are still uneven. With me going to Cleveland, will we see the return of Johnny Wrestling?
Yep, calling it now. We're going to see the return of Johnny Wrestling in Cleveland, and he will be signed to AEW. He will be all elite. Because like you said, the numbers are outmatched on the Best Friend side. Yeah, it's going to happen.
No doubt.
Yeah, you guys got no doubt about that.
And I also predict if certain GCW World Champion doesn't show up this Wednesday, he will show up in Cleveland, and I'm talking about Jon Moxley.
Yes, because let's talk about GCW and the show coming up in the Hammerstein Ballroom with Jon Moxley.
Before we get into that, I gotta reference this. I went on Malachi Black's Instagram. He has a story up. He had a story up about a few days ago. One of them was two of them were tarot cards. Hanged Man. The other was Justice. And what does Pac have in his hand in his promo?
Justice.
The Justice card.
Yes.
I don't think it's Hart now. I think it is Pac. I think Pac is about to join the House of Black next. I think you guys may be a bit off track. And again, AEW keeps us guessing.
Yeah, they always do, and I love it.
Yeah, I think a bastard is about to join the House of Black. That's all I gotta say about that.
But here's the thing about there is something about
not real. I heard the bastard was actually a nice guy.
But here's a question, guys, think about this. What if the tarot card says the Hanged Man? Who calls himself Hangman?
Hangman.
Ain't that the same tarot card that we seen? Maybe during that Moxley attack, like years back.
You would be correct, sir. Again, long-term storytelling. What is the Hangman's future?
What is the Hangman's future? What the hell is everybody's future here? What's
Well, I mean,
Exactly.
you got MJF and CM Punk that are never really going to
You got
clash.
this-
You have Lance Archer now being frustrated, taking on the Hangman after falling short.
You got
in
this.
the-
It's weird.
You got this whole Cody Rhodes ordeal, like looking to do big things on Wednesday.
And you don't even know the future of the damn TNT title.
We don't even know if they're gonna also run back, and this could segue into Mox returning to GCW. We don't even know if they're gonna do Hangman and Mox for Revolution.
Because it was Mox and
Exactly.
Heyman at the top of that ladder, and Heyman not Moxing off to become the one contender.
Yeah. So there's you could go that route too, and there's a lot of story you could play off between those.
And but we might be getting, if Adam Cole stays the #1 ranked men's wrestler, we might get Cole and Hangman at Revolution.
But who will be in Adam Cole's corner?
Exactly, because a
The
certain
Bucks or
cleaner
the Paragon?
but a certain cleaner wants to return next month. But as far as
Actually, I already told you this. There's no timetable now for his return.
Yeah, that's why I said, of course he does. But you can return it whenever he wants because Kenny Omega is playing crazy.
Yes.
Exactly. So we don't know where the Super Click and the Paragon can go from here. But also to cross over with that, we don't know what the heck's going on. Now that Jay White and God are invading Impact, having a Bullet Club takeover, basically. Are we going to get it? Are we finally going to get Bullet Club versus the Elite? Or we're going to see that?
I feel like it's something to come.
Moving parts.
There's too many moving parts right now to put together because there is no clear direction. And that's the crazy thing right now when it comes to anything outside the WWE to a degree. There's no real clear direction.
Because we still have that image in our heads that Jay White came out at Slammiversary after that match that Kenny Omega had against Sami Callihan, and the Good Brothers came out, and then Kenny and the Good Brothers too sweeted Jay, but Jay was like, no, like Jay wasn't having any of it.
And then he recruited Chris Bay in the Bullet Club, and now we've seen Chris Bay and Nicolao in tag team action, both on Strong and on Impact Wrestling. Although Chris Bay did eat a loss this past week on Impact, in a great match against Laredo Kid. So that might derail some momentum trying to go after maybe, I don't know, the X Division Championship.
Yeah, probably.
Trade.
What was that, Eric?
Option C. You could go for option C.
Too soon. You saw how long Josh Alexander held that title when he was the man.
Okay, that was Moose's fault.
Ooh, yeah, but Josh Alexander wasn't having none of it against
Guess what Moose said about the Forbidden Door stuff with WWE?
Oh, he wants to go after Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When people asked him, wait, why don't you go after Brock Lesnar? Oh, it's actually quite simple. Roman is synonymous with WWE. Brock Lesnar, I don't want to deal with him.
Well, who wants to deal with Brock Lesnar? Let's be honest here. All right.
Oh, but there was one more thing I wanted to mention about that tarot card about Malachi Black and the Justice card. He actually puts his mask of the necklace mask he has. You know that necklace he has that's the shape of his mask.
Yes.
He actually puts it on the head on top of the Justice card.
Really?
As if to say, you're my shield. You're my arbiter of justice.
Yep, he's joining the House of Black. He is definitely joining the House of Black. He'll be like the Blind Knight. We got someone more than a king. Now there'll be a knight, but will there be a countess as well?
Yeah. Also, I could have sworn he made another comment about on Instagram. Like, I can't. You can keep going. I need to look for this.
No, that's fine.
You was talking about earlier about unification. We talking about unification. Talking about the real IWGP Championship. Let's segue to Wrestle Kingdom 16.
Yeah, we haven't really touched base on that. Overall,
God, how do we fucking pull that off? Jesus.
Well, because
the
we
first show of the
gave
year,
a-
pretty much.
Well, pretty much the first real wrestling show of the year before Hard to Kill in the TBS era of Dynamite, which has definitely been off to a wild ass start. But yeah, Wrestle Kingdom 16. Yoshihashi has reached the pinnacle of his career, now being a heavyweight tag team champion, passed off by Taiji himself in I feel like a changing of the guard type feel. Tomoyoshi suffered the worst Never Openweight Championship match of his career and in Wrestle Kingdom history. And Katsuri Shibata said, fuck my health, we are actually going to wrestle, and wrestled a young version of himself in Red Narita.
And they took it to the limit in that match. Oh my gosh, Shibata and Narita basically brought it down in that match.
Bro.
Shibata's back. The wrestler's back.
Yeah, the wrestler's back. Let's figure about that real quick, guys. The wrestler is back.
Shibata has returned. I want him to go and win that belt. Fuck.
The Never Openweight, I agree. But also...
No, just the world title.
It's time. It's time.
You think it's time for him to finally get it?
There's no better time than now.
After Naito, he needs to go after that world heavyweight title.
Naito and Shibata would bang. Kota, you could even do Ibushi and Shibata.
Well, Ibushi is still MIA, to be fair. We have not seen high nor tail of him at all. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that was the next thing, because guys, he's back. The Rainmaker is back on top. Kazuchika
I need to mention this about Ibushi. I was like, wait, Ibushi is 40 years old soon?
What?
Yeah, he's 40. He's about to turn 40 this year. He's about to turn 40 this year.
Bro, he
doesn't even look 40.
He doesn't even look 30.
He looks like 25, dude.
Are you kidding me?
I looked it up and I was like, how do you have youth like that?
What?
He don't even look. He's about to turn 40 and he don't even look 40.
Hey, I ain't gay or anything, but Kenny knew how to pick him. Fuck.
One Lovers reference, and you just broke King.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. But also,
that's insanity, dude.
But
40,
also,
he doesn't look 40. That's wild, dude.
And then you have somebody who's probably in her young 20s that wants to wrestle this guy from Stardom in Saya Kamatani, where Stardom got to shine on Wrestle Kingdom in the Tokyo Dome after 20 years before women professional wrestling could be showcased on the Tokyo Dome live on screen. Those four are absolutely killer. Stardom's the promotion to watch this year for damn sure. I'm just going to say that right now. And Saya wants to face Ibushi. Challenge my Phoenix Splash with yours, as I am the Golden Phoenix. I'm like, what? Are you crazy? Freaking come and go in your face.
And Tanahashi went to the links of that match and that no DQ match with Kenta, and links that we have never seen Tanahashi pull off before, using every single rule-breaking move in the book, and then finish it off with the top of the ladder with a high-fly flow. The IWGP US Heavyweight Championship for the second time.
Dude, you know what just occurred to me? We were talking about Mox earlier. There's a really good story they're telling. They got to do this match.
You really think they might finally pull the trigger?
They have to now, because keep this in mind. What was the story that Mox has been telling?
He's been wanting Tanahashi. He's been wanting
Tanahashi. Tanahashi's been scared to come over.
Ducking him.
He's been ducking me.
Ducked him.
I'm the boogeyman. I'm the one that's on the hunt.
But you got guys, you gotta remember, when that eventually happens, they gotta do something. Like, they gotta do a backstage segment where he confronts his mortal enemy, Kenny Omega.
Oh,
they're going
literally since Tanahashi, who freaking chastised Kenny Omega with that form of wrestling all the way through to Wrestle Kingdom 13, and he was forced. Yeah, thank you. I am good old JR at heart, and he was forced. Damn it! He was forced to go those lengths to win a championship, where in the end he did not feel like a champion, but it was Kenta who said, you want the match, you accept my terms. He accepted those terms, but he went to Kenta's level to get that. So who truly is the one wrong here in judgment?
That's the thing. And Mox now
there.
he's come back. He's going for the GCW title now. I'm sure there's a possibility he could fight Hangman. Could he fight Tanahashi for the US title?
I'm calling it right now. This is a bold statement. I'm calling it right now. Because Tanahashi made a promise to murder Hawk Lance Archer. But clearly they are diverging Lance in a completely different direction while Jake the Snake Roberts, is taking care of his health. And that's another thing we got to figure out. Because right now, Lance is rolling on his own. I don't think he's with Potato Face. I really hope he isn't. That being,
dude, what do you mean? He was the best. That promo segment was the best between.
Wait. You called Dan Lambert Potato Face?
Well, I'm not gonna say the other thing. I'm not Chris Jericho, but anyway.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Irony about that. Scientists discovered a potato-sized shaped planet.
We went from this to this. Wow.
Potato size. What?
They found a plant. They found a plant that's the shape of a potato.
Thank you, Mo. We went from Potato Face.
My people need me.
And James has left the building.
We were king of the potato people.
From Dan Lambert Potato Face to actually talking about.
I should have said it. I should have said it. I should have said it. I should have just said potato. I should have just said fat face dipshit. Oh God.
You could have went the nice route and went potatoes.
I liked Lambert's fucking dig at Lance when he came back and chased him into the ring.
God.
Lambert
was scared of his life.
I don't even know where you've been. I've been looking for you on the sides of milk cartons for 5 months.
That was good.
Why
people hate Lambert. That's his thing. Lambert is gold on the mic. He is so golden.
He's got no filter. Okay. He made Brandy go street, which was cringe, and it's all right, but still.
Who do you?
I love when Brandy goes street.
Well, I'm a black. You know what,
bro? When Brandy in the street, I love it.
God,
dude, she needs to do more of that, man. She'd be so much more over.
She needs to find a way where it's not as predictable, though. Because I was like, okay, you're calling out Cody and Brandy. Here we go. I saw that coming. Anyway,
I told you it was open mic night.
Open mic night.
I was like, oh,
great
Lord.
value, less version of Paul Heyman.
That was the best part of that whole segment, besides the final line. That was beautiful.
Jim Cornette, he said.
Yeah, I actually prefer Jim Cornette, but you know.
What a rebuttal. What a fucking rebuttal. God.
Also, guys, I just found something out about January 22nd WrestleFest.
Oh, WrestleFest? Oh, what's up?
Okay, so not only is now there's the rumor possibility we're going to get Wyndham Rotunda showing up with Titan and Eric Redbeard.
I believe when I see it. But continue.
Yeah, but guess who will be there?
Who?
Malachi Black versus Jay Lethal.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Considering Jay Lethal right now is doing nothing anywhere near the House of Black, he's actually attacking Team Taz. And Ricky Starks in particular for the FTW Championship.
And Taz says Taz says he don't give a crap about Ring of Honor what they done.
Yeah.
Ouch,
indeed. But then again, Taz.
Here's the thing. Imagine if Wyndham shows up. I think fans will want to see Malachi Black pull an Undertaker and show up in the middle of the ring and confront Wyndham.
If Malachi Black and Wyndham go face to face in the same ring, that will break the internet.
It really would. That would be like what we should have had at basically years ago between Taker and Sting. Kind of like those hype levels.
Pretty much. And the fact Sting can still go, and now we're going to see Sting once again tag team matching with the guy that got him back to Russell in the first place, Darby Allin, after that diss track by the Acclaim on Friday night.
Yeah, Sting has been fun. Sting has been fun since he joined AEW.
And I gotta admit, the Acclaim are hilarious. They are a hell of an act.
Look, I heard the Acclaim
you know what I call
say,
you know what I call their tag team? Sting of the Hill.
Thing of the.
God damn it, Darby!
Whoa!
Off the roof.
It's not Sting. It's Stein.
It's Stein. It's Stein.
All right.
Anyway.
I ain't gonna do the little Sting, gonna do the Scorpion Dead Drop, man. Gonna do the
Gun Boom Power.
gonna make that guy tap out, man.
I love Boom Power, man. Keith Hale's awesome show, man. I don't care. And Serena Deeb, damn, she went freaking hard on Sheeta.
She went rogue. She went rogue. Oh,
Again,
rogue.
Again, King, you talk about the potential of AEW's women's division. You look at all the feuds right now and the showcasing going on with Deeb and the potential matches with Sky Blue, Ty Conti, and Andre. One this Wednesday, I might add, with the return of Sheeta from whenever she comes back from Japan. Who knows what sort of new attitude she's going to bring. Safe travels.
I trained you all, and now I'm gonna destroy your ass.
But she is the professor. Again, she talked about she gave 26
She is a
years.
woman of 1,001 holds.
Yeah, it's endorsed by Dean Malenko himself and coaching this division, might I add. Both of them. We got freaking legit Layla Hirsch right now, just not giving a damn about anything by herself, and who knows which way she's going to go. People want to see her join Team Taz. I really don't know that's the direction that's going to go in the end. I know, King.
I still hope she joins Team Taz. She'll be a great addition.
Man, I can't argue that.
Tremendous.
Chris Statlander, Dr. Brubaker, DMD, they're mixing it up, but right now, mixed tag action. Are we going to maybe get a revisit of this title feud in some way from AEW last year, where we saw Orange Cassidy show more emotion than ever before? So, again, your guess is as good as mine on that. And of course,
should I say the joke now that we mentioned Layla Hirsch and joining Team Taz?
What? The fact she's got to run Rousey's face and stand?
Hook needs that legitimacy, and that means legit is going to get hooked.
Yes. Yes.
The legit Hook. That'd be a good mixed tag team if AEW would do a mixed match challenge.
That's a no-nonsense mixed tag team right there. And also, speaking of Hook, he's going to own this year. Hook's going to own this year.
Hook has got potential to be a breakout star this year. He really does.
Breakout star of the year for sure, dude.
His mannerisms, the potential, his mannerism. He's just like his dad, a killer.
In every way.
A killer.
Submission specialist too, with Red Rum now.
Formerly known as called as the Transmission.
It spells murder.
He has not bounced off the ropes once.
I still can't believe that. I still can't believe that.
Speaking of wrestling legacies in history, I gotta mention this. Did anyone notice something familiar about Wardlow versus how it ended?
Oh, with CM Punk, you mean? Let's see here. Inside Cradle. And CM Punk really outside the ring, couldn't stand on his feet.
But here's the thing. Remember when Wardlow went for one final powerbomb and Punk collapsed and then got tricked Wardlow into a roll-up?
Yeah.
Someone found this out.
Was that the fucking same spot where he shit his britches?
No. This is what I found. This is what I found.
What you found out?
What you found?
That was a callback to when Bret Hart defeated Diesel for the WWE title.
Symbolism!
And CM Punk does it once freaking again.
Eric, why'd you say it like a New Japan commentator? I see my
legs.
He isn't wrong.
Breaky.
Look, Empire. Anyway, United Empire. Let's see how they bounce back. Because once again, butt kiss at Wrestle Kingdom.
0-for-3 at Wrestle Kingdom this year.
And Jeff Cobb is out with an injury.
Yep.
Damn.
And for some reason, people have been getting injured.
Well, it isn't ballet, but yeah, definitely this year. Yeesh.
For some reason.
Yeah, first stop in. Roman Reigns gets sick with COVID, and let me go on that. we warned WWE the moment they stopped testing, they were going to cause this.
That was karma, as far as I'm concerned.
Karma came back and bite him.
Big time.
I'm like, and they should just be glad that Roman didn't walk out like he could have done after the promise they broke on him.
Did I not quote what Britt Baker said? Just saying. And Tony Storm tirade them, which she literally packed her bag and left.
Is that why she left?
Yeah, she after the house show, she was burnt out mentally, took her bags, paid for a flight, and went back home.
No, I know that. I didn't know that the final straw that broke the camel's back was because they weren't testing for COVID.
Oh, I don't know.
As far as that goes with her, I don't think that's the case. I just think it's just, empty promise.
She got burnt down in WWE.
I
Empty promises.
I hope Rhea Ripley follows suit. I hope her Aussie confidant Rhea Ripley follows suit, dude.
Well, I think WWE is trying to bury Rhea Ripley. Well, not trying, but
it's obvious. It's obvious.
It's obvious they're burying.
Oh yeah. By the way, Raw is still on at this moment. Nikki Ash just destroyed Rhea Ripley again in a segment.
Wait, time out. You said Nikki Ash. She's still Nikki Ash, but she's heel.
Yeah, yes. She's currently in.
Yes. Noah talked about this with Owen talked about this with me. Noah. So ready. She turned like a heel.
Yes.
But ready. Here's her new gimmick now. Ready? Drum roll.
Ready
please.
for this?
Bo Dallas.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. There you go. That's the gimmick now. So, she's
Here's the thing, James. Your friend, you and your friend were right. You want to know why?
Go ahead.
Rhea Ripley cut a promo an hour ago saying Nikki said this. Rhea Ripley is the villain on all this.
Yep.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Here
we go. Yep. She's just Bo Dallas, but
everybody needs a superhero was the promo, right?
All you gotta do is believe. Oh my god!
No, but it's literally instead of change that to everybody needs a superhero.
We can almost all be superheroes. Okay.
And just to further
this so much.
Okay,
like
they announced a tag team match with Becky Lynch and Doudrop.
Can they coexist?
Oh, here's the thing. I think WWE's aware of the joke it's become because they literally posted a tweet saying, "Can Doudrop and Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch coexist? Find out next."
That's the new standard.
They're self-aware. They're aware that this is stupid.
Put it on a shirt. That's the new standard. The new match stipulation. Can they coexist? Or tagline.
And get this. Since they're in the Saudi Arabia this year, that's where the Elimination Chamber is going to be at this year.
Can they coexist?
Am I to assume
Prince and Vincent?
Am I to assume they're going to make it the greatest Elimination Chamber ever, or is it going to be WrestleMania Elimination Chamber?
Here's the thing: they haven't said anything yet, but there was a rumor going around that name was proposed for WrestleMania Chamber. Because
they're trying to brand name everything now WrestleMania.
Remember, guys, there was a thing called WrestleMania Backlash last year.
For WrestleMania Fastlane.
Oh! Remember, WrestleMania Backlash, the first event, zombies.
Zombies! Yay!
Don't remind.
Zombies.
Zombie. Hey.
That's the
sorry.
same event that was it Miz or Damian Priest that had a torn MCL because of that?
It was the Miz.
The guy that never gets injured, right?
How this fucking guy has never gotten a major injury in his entire fucking career, and he gets it in this gosh garbage for a movie, by the way, which fucking bombed.
It was Batista's movie.
Also, WWE has done another name change.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh, did they lose to a
what-
WWE? Did they lose to another WWE and now they got to change their name? Just like they
No.
did with the World Wildlife Fund?
No.
But anyway,
guys,
on.
this is actually stupid. More
What's
so.
their name change? What we got?
What is it this
They
time?
changed the name of Seth Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Freaking Rollins.
Yeah, they put the nickname as his full name.
Wow. Not a nickname, but full name. Seth freaking Rollins.
Freaking Rollins.
Okay, that's a thing.
Like they took what
And
was a
that's
cool
what I don't
nickname.
like the Seth Rollins gimmick.
Like they took the cool nickname.
It's just Joker. It's just Joker from the recent movie. That's all this gimmick is. It's just Joker.
Not as good, but anyway.
Not as good though, but you know, it's
Not as
that's
good.
what it
It's
is.
just that's what it is.
But like I was like, you took what was an all right nickname and just turned it into a name that doesn't work.
It
Like,
doesn't
at
work
this point,
that way.
at this point, I'm thinking, imagine it. What if they actually did this? CM Best in the World Punk.
Then I know AEW is in.
Antonio Swiss Superman Cesaro.
Well, WWE would likely do that, but AEW I don't think would be stupid enough to do that. Not even on a graphic.
AEW don't wanna do- Nope.
Oh.
Their graphic team was pretty awesome for Hangman though.
The Hangman graphics are the best. Every week it's always something different with the Hangman. He got a Cajun biscuit.
Okay, who else has a nickname? Right, just
let's see here.
Are
Are you talking about in WWE or are you talking about everybody in
Randy the Viper Orton.
Yeah, there you go.
Randy, the Viper Orton.
The Beast, Brock Lesnar.
Matt the original Bro Riddle.
That'd be too long to put on a freaking Titantron, I feel like. Bro.
Oh.
Roman the Tribal Chief Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
Roman head of the table Reigns.
They're both too long. Anyway.
Damien the Angel Priest.
Oh my
The
God.
infamous Angel.
Oh my
The
God.
Angel of
Go
Infamy.
back to your infamy, please. Like seriously, go back to that. I hate this. Like he's like Festus, biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, because he gets all like pissed off and then gets disqualified. DQ finishes galore again. Record scratch himself, Dolph
Damian
Ziggler.
Priest. He used to be better as Punishment Martinez.
I remember seeing
And
it
go
debut
back
match.
Oh, they'll do this. Edge rated R or rated R Edge.
Rated R superstar.
No Tony Chimel, unfortunately.
No, it's got to be Adam Edge Copeland.
Yeah.
That will be his new name.
Use his real name. And then it'd be Beth the Glamazon Phoenix.
I got it. Adam R Edge.
Adam R. Edge.
Adam R. Edge. So yeah, mixed
Adam
tag
R.
match.
Edge.
Oh yeah, super exciting. What are the
Yeah.
chances this ends the same way like Brie Bella and
Rated R for ridiculous.
yeah, that's one way of putting it. I feel like this time you're not going to get a Brood entrance from Edge either on pay-per-view like he's done last
I've been loving it. Listen, we making crap on WWE all we want, but them Brood entrances he's been doing has been giving me nostalgia vibes. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
agree,
It
but
really has.
I don't think you can consider Beth Phoenix part of the Brood.
No,
By the way,
no.
why
of course
in
not.
the hell? By the way, why in the hell was Beth Phoenix being so seductive to Edge?
I know,
last
right?
Monday? What the fuck?
Exactly.
I saw a clip
know,
of
she-
this. And I'm like, what is going on?
James, they're trying to go back to 2006.
Yep, they're trying to go back
Wait,
to
is that what that whole thing was about?
Now, the only thing they didn't do was try and talk about doing a live sex celebration in the middle of the ring.
And here's the thing, we all know how that turned out. The fact that I'm still surprised Leah's working with them after she came out with that. It's still a problem. It's a problem I have.
Still surprises me. It still
I
surprises
still
me.
can't believe that was.
What was the thing that you had a problem with? I'm sorry.
Okay, that Lita would go back to WWE after she came out publicly saying, "Yeah, Vince forced me under threat of firing if I don't do the thing with Edge on TV."
The live sex celebration.
Hey,
on
you
Raw.
know what? Hey, you know what? Turnabout's fair play to those fucking idiots because they lost their TSN deal, so I don't feel too bad.
Well, yeah, because it's like, really, this is the product you're putting out? Bye.
TSN out the
Dude,
window.
isn't
Bye-bye.
that the station too that they aired the nip slip on there or something? I swear
I
that was
have
the
no
one.
idea.
I have
That's
no
the reason why they
idea.
got booted.
It actually
That was
was.
the reason they
It
got
actually
booted.
was. Uh-huh.
It's like,
That's the
what?
actual reason.
Oh
Hold on,
God!
Malfunction.
Oh God! Oh God! I just realized. I just found something.
Go
What?
ahead.
They
Boy.
don't directly say it, but they gave the implication: can Rey Mysterio and Dominic and Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins coexist in the Royal Rumble? They gave the implication they were going to do that.
Don't exist!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
welcome to the
God.
ATW Playhouse. Today's secret word is coexist. When you hear it, scream real loud.
Oh God,
Can
we
the
are
king-
screwed.
Can King
Yeah.
A-Train and Jay Hebert's side coexist? Find out next.
Find out
Can
next.
Noah Foster and Eric Neo Reality
Billy and
coexist?
Tammy Brown coexist. Find out.
Oh, we have coexisted on numerous occasions.
Here's something I will tell you. Here's some somewhat good news, but it's for the NXT brand that you probably don't care about anymore. Roderick Strong has announced that he will fight Walter.
What?
It just broke news 11 minutes ago. Walter will fight the Diamond Mines leader Roderick Strong on NXT 2.0 tomorrow night.
Ooh, that actually is booked to be like an actual wrestling match. Might
Yes.
literally make me break to watch it tomorrow night just
Same.
for that.
Same.
But that does lead me to talk about this. We gotta talk about it. End of an era. He took his last stand, hell last stand, but we've got to talk about NXT UK, the era under Darlene General. That title run, those matches, the storyline that concluded with Ilya Dragunov,
That
giving
was
us
awesome.
a new
Match.
level of violence, never to be seen again probably by this company whatsoever, to finally dethrone the Ligne General and become the Tsar of NXT UK. Everyone, your thoughts on Walter and what he did in NXT UK, and what you hope happens now that he's here in America.
I hope he's
Now that
well.
he's here in
The end.
now that he is here in America, he will get released and hopefully go to AEW or MLW.
Thank you,
Probably.
Walter,
Because he
for
will
giving us the
get
best.
fucked.
Yeah,
he will
exactly.
get fucked.
Walter for giving us the best NXT UK moments, best NXT moments. Still can't believe you got eliminated early. Actually, I do believe because Vince don't like you.
He
don't
said Chicago was a mistake.
And yeah. Now that you're here in America, just stay in NXT until your contract run out. You can go to AEW, MLW, wherever you want to go. Just stay in NXT.
Well, I
Don't let
guess
Vince
he
see
and
you.
Imperium are actually training the new crop, so I guess they're actually trying to do something with them, for now anyway.
Didn't they
For
fire
now.
Regal, though? They could have kept him to be a trainer.
I still can't believe they fired Regal and Thatcher and just the people. I just can't
And
They
believe
Bird,
it.
fired
don't forget
everyone
Bird.
that was
Thatcher?
Triple H associated.
Yeah, they fired. Let's
Yeah,
see,
they fired
Regal,
Thatcher.
Joe,
Dude,
Thatcher,
it's so
Birch.
good.
Birch, they got rid of him
James,
too.
you want to know why they released Thatcher?
Why?
Oh, they were like, hey, we have these two guys from NXT, Danny Burch and Thatcher. What do you want to do with them? Oh, I don't want them on the main roster. You want to get rid of them? Okay, yeah, let's do that.
And somehow Rich Holland survives to be Sheamus's buddy for now.
Yeah.
Sheamus's
we
buddy.
Yeah, Rich Holland is currently Sheamus's buddy.
Yep, he is.
Just like
And he already,
just like Austin,
suffered a
Austin
broke.
Theory is Vince McMahon's buddy. We'll see how long this.
Speaking of Austin Theory, he pinned Finn Balor clean.
God damn it!
What?
Yeah, he beat Finn Balor.
God. Oh my
Tonight on
God.
Raw.
Oh my, that's all my. Oh.
Well, yeah, there's Finn Balor for you. Yeah.
How do you
Finn,
fucking
do
ruin
us-
him? Please
Man,
leave.
do us all a favor. Go back to New Japan or come join us Forbidden Door. Become Prince Devitt once again, please.
Well, as far as the Walter thing goes, just to get back on track, watching all his NXT UK title matches over again, all I can say is thank you, and forever will NXT UK's match remain sacred. And thank God that show still looks like a professional wrestling product every week.
Until Vince
For now.
McMahon remembers
For now,
NXT UK just an attack.
Until Vince sees it. That's why I say for now.
Let me enjoy it while I have it, okay, guys? Plus, remember, Megan Sheba is going to be there.
We know.
Yeah, God bless her, man. I hope.
God bless her soul. Jeez.
No, seriously, I worry beyond more than you could even consider, like, for her, because that's not
The
looking
same
great.
way.
Well, at least
great.
Jared is trying to do something. He's bringing back progress. Jeff
I'm
Jarrett
shocked by that.
now
What's going on
owns
with that?
Progress Wrestling.
I thought it was merged with WWE. No.
I guess
No,
not.
Progress was being financially helped by WWE before their talent. Then Progress was like, okay, we're going to shut down for a little bit due to COVID and take a break. Then we'll come back and we'll be somewhat more independent from WWE after they screwed us big time.
Exactly.
I'm honestly okay with Jarrett running it because I feel like Jarrett would know what talent to scout in the UK. Like, say what you can say a lot of things about Jarrett, but Jarrett knows how to scout talent, man.
Yeah, I gotta give you that. I do gotta give you that. I mean, hey, he had something going on for a little while with Global Force Wrestling, but then that went
Okay,
Well,
I found out.
Let's talk about TNA.
Wait.
TFW don't count.
Yeah, but I say, you want to talk about that? How's that for a bump?
Okay,
Anyway.
guys. Okay, two things. I found out what happened to Eddie Kingston's injury.
Oh, what happened? Yeah,
Yeah,
what happened?
So,
He suffered a fractured orbital bone.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus. What, during that beatdown on
no, this was
During the
this was
tapings for
AEW.
Dark.
Yep, exactly.
So somebody took a stiff shot a little too high, apparently.
Oh,
AEW
and here's the thing. Here's the thing. WWE did something shocking.
They did.
They did an on-screen, on Raw shot at AEW again.
So who said AEW this time?
Oh, you want to? Okay.
This will be good.
Okay, I need to wait for James to get back if he does.
You remember when Sami Zayn was on the electric chair segment during Raw Goes Dark?
Oh, yeah,
And he's like, "You could have told me anything. You could have asked me about AEW."
And I heard Vince gave him a lashing backstage.
Even though Vince was the one that told him to go say that because we're edgy.
Exactly. And as Sami Zayn talked about on Renee Paquette's oral sessions about psychology and how wrestling is psychology.
Go ahead, Eric. Tell James what you got to say.
Yeah, what you got to say?
Okay, you want to know? You want to know who took the shot at AEW?
Just tonight?
Yeah, on Raw.
Oh boy, here we go.
Vince McMahon.
Oh boy!
And guess what he did?
Well,
Guess what he did?
bitch.
Guess what Vince did?
What did he do?
What did he do?
He threatened Austin Theory, if you lose, I will bloody you, I will disfigure you, and send a selfie of you bloody and maimed to your mom. So typical Vince threat.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Bloody, yeah.
Well, I mean, Vince is what, acting like a father figure to Austin Theory at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, so abusive also. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And here's the thing. I told James this, and James freaked out about this on Twitter when I revealed that when JBL said, "Oh, remember this funny story when Vince McMahon threatened to beat up Michael Cole and publicly fire him, even though they're a publicly traded company?" That's not funny that he's threatening public abuse.
I vehemently hate this brick. I really do. There's no redeeming quality. There's none.
Tell that to his investors, one of which I guess still cares about him.
Yeah, well, most investors also have no redeeming quality, so it all makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like, this is what Vince said. I will drag you to your office, grab an equalizer, break all your small bones before moving to the big ones, before moving on to his face. Then when it was over, he would be left in a bloody heap of blood and snot and would take a selfie and send it to his mother. And I was like, you're trying too hard with this.
Edgy, right?
Edgy.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Oh,
So
wait. You want to know the other thing I can mention? Oh, so you're threatening to do all that. That's perfectly okay to your investors, but physically showing it, oh, no, that's bad. But we can verbally abuse you.
Right, because it's verbal, it doesn't have context, right? It's like, I just said what I said on national television.
And Vince did this with this weird, creepy smile while Austin Theory was like, what the hell did I get myself into? Like,
Yeah,
Vince was like,
Vince has been looking more decrypted.
I feel like Vince is literally losing any shred of humanity he has left.
when did he start?
He had any to begin with?
He had that?
If he actually said, I'm sorry, Mickey James, I would have thought he had something. But since then, I'm like,
apologize to Mickey?
Did he?
No, he never did, not as far as we're aware of.
as far as we're aware of, I thought there was something about he personally called and said sorry about it, but who knows? This is the internet we're talking about, so.
But yeah, the image of him threatening this, he does this weird, perverse smile on his face, like, oh yes, this is awesome. I will destroy Brian in my fetishizing.
This is the same dude that said he would have Undertaker raped by a motorcycle gang, and also that said the N-word in front of Booker T on live television.
Yeah. Don't remind me of that. Don't remind me of that. Oh God.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
That was one time, Booker T. I wish I could have told you he didn't, but he did right to your face. To a white man, I might add.
While Cena was still being sort of Dr. Thugonomics at the time.
Let's be honest, King. Cena was trying to be Eminem.
I mean, 2005, he did have a Billboard Top 100 Best Albums. I mean,
he did.
Let's face it.
You ain't gonna deny it.
Tell that one time to you all. The freaking basic thugonomics. You gotta pay me money to do that again. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that shit again. All right. God. Oh my Lord, what the hell is wrong with this man and this company?
There was another thing. As part of WWE's No Borders thing, as they said to Mickey James, as John Laurinaitis said, you want to know what they did? And I was like, oh my God, they actually did this probably. They took a pit. Okay, so remember when Dean Ambrose saved Roman and Seth when they were going to reunite for the final time when Dean would leave?
Yes. I saw their last match live at Fastlane that year.
Yeah. Before that, remember when they were being attacked and whatnot? Yeah. So in this promo video in 2021, he's been completely edited out of that scene.
Why am I not surprised?
Like, it's just Seth and Roman having their fist bump, and Dean's nowhere to be seen.
So we know now that Mickey James is the only person from the Forbidden Door area right now.
Officially, yes.
Yes. Come on.
At this point, you got over 20 women known for the Royal Rumble, and most of them are.
I mentioned that.
Summer Rae.
Summer Rae. Wow.
I'm just mentioning this because, like, consider this, right? If you're having Dean cut out of your shit, which apparently that's why Dean Ambrose was trending. I thought they were just trying to call him Dean Ambrose again without any merit. But if you're not,
they might have been doing both for all we know.
Probably. But if you're not showing Jon Moxley in your promo vignettes,
especially with the Shield is being brought up,
yes,
you are petty.
Yep.
Petty.
Very, very petty.
I mean, guys, remember when AEW started and Jon Moxley joined them, WWE edited a little bit of the Shield's debut against Ryback by they edited out is that Dean Ambrose? They edited that out just to act like he's just the third guy. He doesn't really matter.
He's non-existent, damn it. He didn't matter at all, damn it. His 2016 WWE Championship run never happened, damn it. Just saying. And even then, he talked about even on Talk is Jericho, how that really kind of didn't really do anything. And it really did. And when you think about it, especially when he lost, it'd be a low blow to AJ Styles.
True.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. Again, the outlook of your potential versus WWE and how they feel about you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suppose that. Well, anyway, so at this point, 2022, they've given a little bit of everything, both good, bad, and indifferent too. I guess my only question at this point, the only thing I guess we really haven't talked about, who does Jade Cargill face for the TBS Championship in their first title defense?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Is it somebody signed AEW, or is it like some sort of surprise, maybe debut or open challenge from beyond AEW?
That's a good question. I would personally like, just because I feel like she can carry her to a good match, maybe do Diamante. But that would be me booking it.
That's also heel versus heel, and you're usually against that, brother.
Turn Diamante like pseudo face for it.
She's mostly been in tag team matches with heels, though. I mean, obviously the crowd respects her, a 10-year veteran, but I guess that's an interesting name. Certainly one I wasn't thinking about. King, what about you? What's your thoughts towards the TBS Championship? Who should come after it first?
Oh shoot! Oh man, this is tough.
Yeah, I know.
It's almost like that. Even though it was her original plan, that she probably should have gone with somebody else.
Yeah, because now it's like, who do you have besides like Ruby or Statlander or who else I can do? Here's one that just popped up in my head. Let's go back on their history. Let's do Red Velvet.
I keep saying Red Velvet should be the one to take it off her based on their history. When it comes to Red Velvet and Jade Cargill,
at the same time, I'm like, Red Velvet, you're trying too much.
Yeah, she
is only, she's one of the youngest experience level signees in all of AEW, straight out of the Nightmare Factory.
Yeah, but I feel like she needs to tone down a little bit on her. I'm gonna go crazy and do something to people who remember me. Dude, we already have Darby Allin doing that. She
legitimately has almost died doing what she's
doing. Allin saved her off a suicide dive. Just saying.
Yeah.
But again, her matches with Jade, though, they've been like a couple of Jade's best matches outside of Jade being so green. Two of her best matches have been against Red Velvet and beating her twice.
Yeah, Layla Hirsch too, though. Layla Hirsch was a great one.
Yeah,
speaking of women's wrestling, speaking of women's wrestling, I just remembered Asuka got cleared finally.
Oh, did she?
Oh.
Yes!
About daggone time. I mean, dang, maybe she actually, it's been a long time. Usually when you're injured in WWE,
you will be placed on the bottom of the totem pole.
Future endeavors, kid.
Damn, James. Ouch.
That's what would happen.
Straight from John Laurinaitis himself. That's just harsh. I still can't believe it's John Laurinaitis that was trying to talk about this whole no borders thing. The guy that has no concept of women's wrestling whatsoever. Maybe Dylan was Fit Finley.
My name is John Laryngitis.
Okay, hold on. Let's not mock people with that thing, if that is literally the case with him, because there's real people affected by that. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
You know how I feel about attacking health.
Also, when we're done, though, I need you to make me co-host for a second. I need to show you guys something after this podcast.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
depends on what you're going to show us. Is it a picture, video, what?
It's a picture, but I don't want to bring it up because it involves some offensive stuff.
Again, folks, ATW After Dark is literally within the ATW crew itself. So I'll just simply conclude with this. As far as the TBS Championship, again, very optimistic towards how it raises the identity of the women's division and women's professional wrestling in and out of AEW. If I were to pick a name to maybe go after it, Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne had that incredible theatrical goddess type entrance, and I'd be very curious how Jade Cargill would do against somebody similar when it comes to a physique like her. Think about it. Everybody Jade Cargill has faced has been a smaller adversary. Jade Cargill is the most biggest, jacked woman on that women's division beside Chris Statlander at this point. And clearly looks like Chris Statlander is going to be feuding with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, for the short run, because right now, Britt doesn't have a challenger towards her title. Although I think we might want to watch Jamie Hayter, just saying. But I wouldn't mind seeing like Megan Bain if they are going to use her more. Because King, you and I saw that entrance in Elevation. Clearly, they are planning things for her, I feel like. When it's probably if they try and sign her. And she's been involved in not MLW, Maryland Championship Wrestling and other independent wrestling promotions too. I still think Kylan King should be involved towards the TBS Championship. I think another great match. I think she would be a great champion. But kudos to her being a double champion and also training the future too in other promotions, both all women and both sides of wrestling too. Shout out to CCW, Capital Championship Wrestling on the Tom Match Network. And then, of course, there's a Mission Pro influence with everyone there as well. Of course, heavily led by Thunder Rosa. But we all know what we think Thunder Rosa's future is. We think she's going to be the one to dethrone the Doctor. Now, whether or not it's this year, that depends how far AEW either delays it or plans it out. And could it happen maybe at All Out?
Yeah, right now she's currently feuding with Mercedes Martinez.
And I'm actually looking forward to that feud in that match. That's got to be coming to Rampage. Although I wish they gave more of a special look with their independent work because these two are faces trying to fund the independent scene. Come on now.
Many times, yeah.
And they're all big. But I digress. The bottom line is this. As far as professional wrestling goes, 2022, you gave us a hell of a hot start, and we're not even 1 month in. What's the future of DCW at the Hammerstein Ballroom? Will them boys finally confront FTR? And what the hell is Impact going to do with Ring of Honor? And what will Ring of Honor's restructuring look like, too, in their Supercard of Honor in April? Will this be the most stupendous WrestleMania or the stupidest one in memory?
Probably both, but I will say this. The Rock and Roll Express have announced that they're doing the retirement tour.
They're finally...
True. FTR is one of the teams they're facing, too.
And how fitting when it was FTR that literally did that mind-breaker pile driver to them when they associated themselves with Tully Blanchard to begin with.
Yeah.
How ironic. And now they have a theme literally inspired by an enemy of the Rock and Roll Express to all the classic wrestling fans, the Midnight Express. Only thing Tully's missing is a freaking tennis racket at this point.
Yeah. Tennis racket.
I'm just saying, hey, we all look, you guys know WCW. You guys know, man. You know how Jim Cornette was a huge influence when it came to the Midnight Express.
And he definitely had no wrestlers that did flips and kicks. He definitely did not manage.
No, of course not. Well, FTR are the AAA Tag Team Champions and have done more moves off and in between the ropes, too. Not considered a flip, but a rotate.
Left frogs.
Get James. Seriously, James. Really?
Love frogs.
I love frogs. And when will the American Dragon come back on our screens? And what's his future looking like too? And will he build his own faction of technical killers too?
So, okay, guy asked about that. King, I gotta ask you, what if it counts as a full package? Brian recruits Daniel Garcia and 2.0. What will you do then? Because he did say he's interested in Daniel Garcia.
Yes. Garcia, yes. 2.0, no.
Maybe. Hey, let me try and put a positive spin on this. Maybe that's when Daniel Garcia breaks up with Squarehead and Pinhead because Bryan Danielson influences it.
You call it Pinhead.
So I gave an interesting idea about Brian leading his own faction.
What?
That Brian should have initiation style matches where you have to wrestle him in technical matches and kick his head in as hard as you can just to get approval.
Okay, I know who's going to be in the faction now. I know who's going to be in the faction now.
Tony Nese.
Tony Nese, Lee Moriarty, Daniel Garcia, and Hook. Done. All right, cool.
You need a female representative, Thames.
Layla Hirsch.
There's the faction I would like to see legit Layla Hirsch in. Straight shooter. Yes. I don't
But
think.
Brian's also known as the reckless guy, so I think he would try and get Red Velvet because we need recklessness involved.
Nah, Red Velvet, in my opinion, is still too much of a baby face to be that badass heel persona that Jade Cargill's that bitch. So I think she's more of a standout on her own.
She stirs it up. Have you not heard? She really stirs it up.
Stir it up, stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. Hey, she does
Like she
stir it up the
pisses
ring.
off the WWE tribalist for everything she exists for.
Yeah, of course, because you know she's an AEW original, but I digress. Also, what is the future of New Japan Pro Wrestling? Will Evo please shortly lose the Never Openweight Championship? It is a mockery to that title. And will Shibata and Okada be revisited this year for the title?
I'm gonna say this. You mentioned the what was it? I don't know why my brain's blinking.
The Never
Openweight Championship.
Evil and yeah. I mean, can we just get the belt on Goto and have him fight Minoru Suzuki again, please? I'd rather go back to those days.
You mean the king of pro wrestling himself?
Oh my gosh! Yes, how did I forget that? Minoru Suzuki, KOPW. For the love of God, don't you lose that back to freaking Yano. I'm gonna rant the hell out of you.
I gotta mention that. Isn't it still a problem for you two to realize that Minoru Suzuki and Yano will always have a history of they had a match together?
Unfortunately, yes. But I do remember one time seeing Minoru Suzuki choke the life out of Yano in a freaking bull rope match that made my very sadistic heart smile and eat.
So I got a question. What if Yano does beat Minoru Suzuki? Then what will you do?
Noah will join the House of Torture.
I'm gonna
We will not join. We will not.
I will
join
fucking
the House
cut
of
you off
Torture.
this
You
feed.
take that. You take that back.
That is all I'm gonna say about that. I
Both
will cut you off this
We
damn
will
feed.
not join the House of Torture. You take that back right now.
And by the way, look at the members of the House of Torture. What are the members, right? It's Sho, Takahashi.
Yujiro Takahashi, Tokyo Pip, and Dick Togo.
Togo.
Yeah.
Evil dick.
You know what this is?
What?
For those who don't know, it's literally just BDSM. It's a BDSM joke. Think about it.
Tokyo.
If Noah wasn't monetized, he definitely would have been demonetized after that.
Tokyo. Oh, Tokyo Pimp. Oh, God.
You're starting to see fucking dick to go. Fucking.
Oh, God.
All right.
Show the. Oh, God.
Guys, I gotta bring something up.
Please change the topic, Eric. Please change the topic.
Okay. Did you guys know that Yano joined Team Noah at Wrestle Kingdom Night 3?
Traitor!
Yeah. You want to know something about that?
Hey, yo, Noah, how do you feel about Yano joining Noah? That's a mouthful. Fuck.
Yeah, well, no. Here's a bigger thing. Noah, how do you feel that not only did Yano join Noah, but Noah, how do you feel that Yano was part of the team that defeated Suzuki Guna, Minoru Suzuki, and Taka Michinoku?
Unfortunately, Suzuki and Taka have just been on the bad end since being a tag team, since Taka's come back to New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Also, Tachi.
Yeah, well, Taiji is another thing too.
Taiji's been ever since he lost that IWGP heavyweight tag team with ZSJ with the Dangerous Techers. He's been on a my God,
He's been on a slump. He's trying to figure out himself at this point again. It's really weird. Taiji's in a very weird place.
He never should have brought out his good luck charm. I know it helps him win matches, but my God, that was the wrong timing.
What are you talking about? You can't blame the lovely Miho Abe for that. How dare you?
I'm blaming him for it, but it's just.
How dare you? She's a lovely lady. She was there when they freaking won the titles successfully.
I'm just gonna say, watch Taka Michinoku on WIW. We book him better.
Anyway, I hope things change for Suzuki-gun. I hope things change for Suzuki-gun this year. And at this point, What is the future of Dangerous Tekkas? Because they pretty much been the standard bearers of the tag team division. Now it's Goto and Yoshihashi. I still can't believe that happened. If Zack Sabre Jr. gets the match with Bryan Danielson, I'll be okay with that. But I guess that'll only happen if they actually go to the UK, as he said he wants to do it in the UK. And as far as Taiji, maybe New Japan Cup, you can try and regarner some momentum. There's a lot of uncertainty in New Japan Pro Wrestling. The only thing that are for certain is Okada and Naito, 10 years in the making again.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And also, Killer Kelly, please come back to pro wrestling this year. I really want to see you involved in Impact Wrestling. And also, Inspiration, get well soon. I knew you would beat the Influence, but I'm waiting to see when you bring back women's tag team wrestling up again as you are the Knockouts Tag Champions gradually. So, and as far as who else could show up in AEW, besides Julia Hart turning and going to the Malachi Black, besides the Blind Bastard, besides Johnny Wrestling, insert name here, female or male, who you want to see show up somewhere in the forbidden door.
Besides Sean Spears being a very underrated promo, because people forget how good he really is.
Sean Spears, man, is highly underrated. You could talk about a list. We could literally have our own segment dedicated to underrated wrestlers in the wrestling industry. Sean Spears is one of them, bar none. Now being basically kind of categorizing himself as a mercenary for the Pinnacle, he takes on CM Punk this Wednesday.
Yeah, dude.
That's gonna be a good match. That's gonna be a good match.
Oh yeah, big time. That's gonna be fun.
Dude.
And Sky Blue, not signed AEW yet. So much freaking potential for Sky Blue. But Deeb is probably gonna try and break their leg. So good luck. No jeez.
With that.
And
if there was any hope that people would show up on AEW, they're now scared because of Serena Deeb. They're gonna break your leg.
I'm just waiting at this point after the classic entrance and her incredible showing. I'm just waiting for Maria Shafir to join with Serena Deeb and form the ultimate tag team of technical wrestling for women. And if that happens, I think Megan might turn ship. Although Shayna did say that the thing with Alexa Bliss, he didn't hate it because it allowed her to show a different side of her. That's an interesting way of putting it. Because, okay, yeah, this is a legitimate badass fighter from the MMA. You see me in a vulnerable state, kind of like I'm acting to a degree.
No,
only
she should
fair.
never be in a vulnerable state. I'm not even gonna fucking entertain that thought.
Well, this is directly from Shayna herself, man. So you interpret the way you wish. I'm just kind of curious.
Not unless she had a gun pointed to her head in the interview.
Well, I mean, again, it's Vince McMahon watching everybody and everything. This is the guy that wanted to rule over social media, remember? So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But I just found that interesting that she brought that forward. And as far as Moose goes in Impact Wrestling, Jay Morrissey now is on your tail, but is Jay Morrissey the guy to take it off him, or will they finally give it back to Josh Alexander?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot of questions. Find out next ATW View if they get answered.
Yeah, or the next time we rant or get together too. And trust me, I'm uploading this in parts because, guys, we went delayed for Monday Night Raw. And by the way, Raw.
I was gonna say this.
Yeah.
So Noah, how was that hour-long mandate you wanted to do?
I already forgot I'm going to break it. Hour. Again, you get lost in conversation. Fuck it. I got nothing better to do. And Raw still sucks too. And by the way, the Go Home Raw, 12 years since being in my hometown, Monday Night Raw, is next week, Monday night. The only reason I will go is if a friend pays for a ticket. Because at the end of the day, you go to WWE to be with friends, not to go watch pro wrestling. Because also next week, I'm Cleveland Brown, brothers, and I'm off to Beach Break Wednesday to see Dynamite and Rampage back to back, along with AEW Dark Elevation. I'm so excited. I wonder who I'm going to meet and greet. Please let me see Wardlow. That being said, or Allie, hey Allie. Or that being said, shut up. That being said, oh wait, King, what if I meet Ty Conti?
What about it? Okay, I'm on your head top. Listen, I'm on your head top.
No. No, King would have to choose this. Maki Ito or Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa.
Hey, you're gonna have to choose. They're ready to go to war against each other.
Why does 2022 hate me? First Bullet Club and then the Elite, and now Mikey Ito and Thunder Rosa. Why does 2022 professional wrestling hate me? I swear.
Well, I thought you were also going to mention how Tama Tonga is trying to activate his gatekeeper ability for Bullet Club on Jay White.
Should be the leader of Bullet Club, legitimate leader. He should be the freaking champion.
I'm just saying, the most annoying mixed tag team in the world would forever be, if they ever did it, was Maki Ito and Toru Yano. Just saying.
Toru Yano and Maki Ito would not coexist.
No. The most annoying thing that could happen, that could happen is if WWE's Jillian Hall and Maki Ito teamed up in a single contest.
Oh no!
No! Eric, when you did that, it looked like lightning was coming down. You went full maniacal genius. And you broke King. And I think with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, I will upload this in hour chunks. But I'd like to thank you for ushering in with us Pro Wrestling in 2020. He's gone.
Turned off his entire team.
Wow, Eric, congratulations. Pipe bomb of the night. You broke the king. The king has fallen. Not Kylan King, but the king of ATW has left the building. That being said, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to this ATW View. In parts, I assure you.
I could still see your headphones to take a
We will definitely be back before Revolution to talk about maybe the aftermath of the Royal Rumble and what awaits the stupendous WrestleMania and the WrestleMania Elimination Chamber, GCW, Hammerstein Ballroom aftermath, and who knows what else too. And King has gone full brood. So I think with that being said, I will just bid you all a fine adieu. Before I do, James has a thought.
I do have a thought. I have two jokes. Okay.
What
does Evil say to his torture base when a booking decision is going for him to lose?
No.
Not in my house. Not in my house.
Oh god.
Okay, I got another one. I got another one. All right. One more joke.
This is so bad. This is not even evil.
Why am I blanking on this joke?
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it in a moment. I'm gonna play it. I swear I'm gonna play it.
Oh, you're gonna play it? Okay.
God.
Why am I blanking on the joke? I had it on the top of my head. Never mind. Fuck.
Oh, thank goodness. We're safe. All right. Well,
Before we get
into levels of Toriano rank stupidity and nonsense, I'm officially ending this first ever ATW View. Again, folks, stay tuned. This will be uploaded over the next 3 days. Bullet Club is still too sweet too. 2.0 rules. AW Dark awaits tomorrow night, and it's all of the week.
I got the joke. I got the joke. Okay, I have to do it. I got the joke. What does Serena Deeb say to all her opponents when before she has a match with them? Break your leg. I mean, I'm break your leg. I'm gonna break your leg. I'm gonna break your leg.
Do it. That was my fucking life. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen, and once and for all, follow the links in the description down below. Good night. James, you suck.